And we are back. Couch Company Podcast. I am John. With me, as always, is Tyler.
Hey, I'm sorry, I cut that up a little quick.
That's fine.
Okay.
And with me also today, other John, or John number 2.
What's up?
All right, hold on.
Number
Okay,
2.
let's dissect this.
I'm trying to think.
You can't be John number 1.
I think I knew you before Perez.
Maybe.
No way.
I think he was still in diapers. So
Get the fuck out of here. First time I met John was at Nate's parents, but he was like staying at the next door.
in the apartment.
Upstairs,
upstairs,
Yeah. Well,
That's
let's
the
go
first
to
time
the
I-
records. Anyway,
The records.
what's up, John? Hey.
Hey.
It must have been close though.
Thanks for having me.
It was very close. I was meeting new people. Actually, no, it had to have been because I thought I was actually meeting you when I sold him the monitor.
This is true.
It was me first. It was me first.
Might
Yeah,
actually be John too.
I'm one.
Oh wow.
Actually, wait.
man.
Let's go even deeper. Why is
know.
this? Why
Well-
are we settling numbers through your perspective? Why is your perspective the primary?
Because if I'm referring, obviously you are John 1 to you because you met yourself first. You're John 1 to you because you met yourself first. I'm the tiebreaker.
do you ever really
This is
meet
true.
yourself though?
I think you meet yourself usually.
On very certain trips, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some vitamins.
Some vitamins.
Some vitamins in the middle of the desert.
I was watching Pat McAfee today, and he's like, you know who Pat McAfee is?
Yeah, he's like the fantasy football guy.
Not
he
really.
was a
man,
player.
I had
That's-
He was a punter.
That's
I had
a
a one in-
It's
fantastic
like a
guess.
like a
Yeah.
points for, points against kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was so funny when I heard that. Were you trolling when you said that?
I was,
Absolutely.
and then Ted was like the most helpful guy.
Yeah.
So like John texted me, he's like, "You were trolling, so this is
just
how I handled it."
For the audience sake, we have a fantasy football chat, and someone was talking about points for, points against, but abbreviated. And then Tyler's like, "What? What do these things mean?"
No, I brought it up because I was looking at the scores because I'm actually 3-1 right now. So it's me and Ted actually like leading the pack.
Which is surprising because Ted's usually in so many leagues that he doesn't do well in other leagues. So
And I'm looking at these points, and I'm like, not like I'm dead last, like by a significant amount.
Yeah.
oh,
it's
like
so
you're only like
fucked up.
400 or something.
Like
yeah,
like
you're
it's
low fours.
very very
Yeah.
low. And
You
I'm just
play the worst
laughing.
guy every week.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's so stupid. dude.
and I still
Am I
win.
first still? Maybe not after last week, but I
I'm
was
not sure.
I
In-
was
in
first in
points?
terms of points.
sure.
I think Mike is actually
Now
maybe.
I was putting up
Although Mike didn't break 100 last week.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's how I
was
won.
barely over
That's how
100.
Tyler
Yeah,
won,
that's
yes.
so funny. Remember when you were worried?
I know. I looked at him, I'm like, man, my guys did not perform. And then Mike's guys were like, hold our beers. And then literally drink beers apparently before the game and
Yeah.
hurt themselves.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pat McAfee was a punter for the Indianapolis Colts,
Yeah.
and he's a really funny guy. He has like a show now or whatever,
What's the show called?
the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, imagine. On,
Oh
on
shit,
the
you're wearing
YouTube
that. That's his thing. John's wearing his
For the brand.
for the brand. Yeah,
for the brand every
See?
time.
he's punting a ball.
Yep.
He's running, punting, and hiking? The ball?
Yeah, snapping. Yeah,
Snapping. That's it.
he's a big big special teams guy.
Anyways,
Alright.
he's got like a bunch of highlights where he just fucking kills people on kickoffs and shit. Like a
Yeah.
bunch of weird ones.
Yeah, yeah,
And like the onside kick where he kicked it to himself.
yeah. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, he
They
has-
had to implement a new rule because he kicked it and then just ran after the ball and got it real quick.
Yep.
So you're not allowed to do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Tyler's
Why?
just going to be like,
You
oh,
have
it's so
to- Like,
exciting.
why
when I
not?
look at-
Well, because people get hurt that way.
That's such a
Trying-
fucking
trying
stupid
to-
rule.
trying
High risk, high reward, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, all the week they've been having with the Tua stuff. I mean,
The what?
Is he suing the NFL?
I don't know. Is he? I haven't heard about
I
that.
heard he was talking to someone and I'm like, dude, you probably begged them to play.
Well, that's why I made a comment yesterday whenever Naheem Hines went down. I said they're gonna start telling guys, hey, if you get hit in the head, just lay down. We'll come get you.
Yeah.
We'll pick you up.
Yeah.
We'll pick you up and it's that way.
Yeah.
If you want a chance at clearing this concussion protocol,
Right.
air quotes for those of you that are not catching on,
Dude,
yeah.
100%.
I don't know. Like,
Do you know what happened?
no, I have no idea.
okay,
This is
so-
Sports Corner. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You
I don't-
invited John, so you know
I
what's
know.
gonna
This
happen.
is my daily dose. Like every couple months, I'm like, okay, hey, I should probably know about the old football.
Yeah. So, anyways, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, was pretty good.
That's
It was
very
really
good.
good. That was really good.
He got just fucking hammered. Well, it happened
Twice.
against the Bills.
Twice.
Yeah, and he gets up and he's fucking stumbling. All right, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's fucked. Like his brain's mashed potatoes." So they bring him into the
He's gonna
locker
start
room.
wearing a MAGA hat and all that jazz.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So he goes into the locker room, and then he comes out for the second half, and we're
Yeah.
all like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" And everyone's like,
Pounded a couple Red Bulls. Like, put me in,
"Yeah,
coach.
exactly."
It
And
happened
You ain't
like
seen nothing.
30 seconds before halftime, pretty much.
Yeah,
and they took
yeah.
him back to the
so,
locker room.
So it was like 20 minutes. This guy,
Yeah.
and they evaluated him, air quotes, and then he comes back on, plays the second half, wins the game. Okay,
Yeah,
so everyone's
miraculous.
like, "Okay," and
He's fine.
everyone's like kind of questioning it, but like
Yeah.
not crazy. But they're like, "Wait a minute," and they're like, "Oh, he passed all the tests and blah blah blah."
That's all they ever tell you. They don't tell you what the tests are. They just go, "Oh, you passed all the
Like
tests."
they don't have like the results of like,
You're
hey,
not-
look, he
they're not
drew
public.
this
Yeah,
line
yeah.
in a maze.
Draw a
He
straight
stayed in the
line.
lines,
yeah.
To my knowledge, they're not public.
No,
So.
no. But well, here's what
man.
happens: you take a test when you come into the league. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like a standardized thing.
Wonderlic tests.
Yeah.
A what?
And-
The Wonderlic test.
Wonderlic.
yeah, the Wonderlic hardly knower test,
Mm-hmm.
and you take it, and I guess it's just basic questions or some shit, like easy
It's
shit.
a random. I think it's random assortments of just garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
comprehension, and
Like how you get into kindergarten.
for sure.
Like cut this spiral out.
No, I don't think
But
so.
you're
No.
left-handed,
when
and
you
we're
have-
going to give you a right-handed.
I actually
scissors.
looked
Okay,
up-
I'm still over to
I
that.
actually
but
looked up
yeah.
Wonderlic
See.
test scores. I'm gonna look them up real quick.
So, anyways, there's all these stories of all these players that are like, oh, yeah, you purposely bomb that. So, whenever they have you take the test, when they think you have a concussion, you pass it because your score is so low. You know what I mean?
And this is me just being ignorant about concussions. So that like cognitive, like that's partially with a concussion. Like you just can't.
Yeah. You can't
Wow.
focus. You can't. Dude, it's a brain injury.
Yeah,
Like, your
So like your brain gets sloshed
fine
around
motor
and-
skills get
It's
fucked
all
up. Yeah.
it's all hazy.
Yeah, concussion happens, and I'm not a doctor, but I could be. So a concussion happens when your brain hits your skull. So
Yeah.
it fucks you up.
If you hit
Anyways,
your skull so bad that your brain flipped around, do you think you'd suddenly be good at like the arts?
You would probably
probably
die.
be dead,
Probably
but yeah,
die.
maybe.
Okay.
That's artful.
Nah, I'm just trying to contribute. Continue. Tell me more
that
about
was your
young
best
McAfee.
effort?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so
I'm just kidding. I know it's
Tua
not McAfee.
Tua goes down, and then he comes back to play next week
on Thursday.
on Thursday. So it's
So
4 days.
Short week for this guy.
Yeah, he played Sunday.
Usually he plays Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Thursday is a Thursday night game, which oh my gosh, what a terrible game yesterday.
Holy fuck!
Okay.
The
But,
Broncos are dead.
They're terrible, dude.
They're dead.
Melvin Gordon III did fine.
Wait,
Nah,
really?
dude, fuck
He didn't
that guy,
fumble
dude.
8 times this time.
Dude,
He
I
got
had
me
him
13 points.
I had him under 53 and a half because how many yards he got?
54.
Yeah, fuck me.
You serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was gonna bet Broncos, and I was like, John, they're not good.
don't do that.
They're not
good.
So wait a minute,
They're not
because
good.
Melvin Gordon did better by half a yard.
I lost a bet.
You
yeah.
lost a bet.
Yeah.
because he said under.
So he had 12 yards going into the fourth quarter.
Look, buddy, take
Oh
it from
my God, who broke
take it
like
from
one?
a 3-1 guy
Overtime.
in
Overtime.
fantasy.
Fuck that.
You need to take a look at my players
Yeah.
and
Just
bet accordingly.
Bet,
That's all I have
bet
to say.
for them. Yeah. Every
Yeah.
time I think
Over
about it, just
every-
take the
over
opposite.
yards,
Yeah.
all
Everything.
Tyler's
Just
players.
all my
Yeah.
guys.
You have Kelsey.
He
That's
does.
Monday night game.
You have Kelsey.
He
Just
does.
over yards, over receptions, fucking to the moon.
So not
Tua-
McAfee. What's this guy? What's his name?
Tua Tagovailoa comes
So I just
out.
wanted to make sure he could do it twice.
I could do it twice.
That's very good.
He's Hawaiian, I think. Polynesian.
oh, is he?
Polynesian,
is the
Polynesian,
correct, is the
yeah.
correct term.
It's not
Anyways,
Billy Bob.
fuck
Let's
Billy
call
Bob.
back from last episode. Sorry. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, so he comes out to play against who they play against?
40s later.
They played against
They played the Bengals.
the Bengals.
on
Thank
Thursday
you.
night.
And he gets rocked again. But this
Absolutely
time he's
just-
on the ground, and I guess it's called fencing. Everyone knows this word now because like
Yeah.
everyone's been talking about it. So his
Yeah.
fingers are like fucked up, and so he's like this.
But they're in his face like this over his eyes.
Yeah, like he can't move, like
Like
he's
this.
frozen.
Is that like medical, like, or that's the slang?
Yeah, it's called fencing. So you sustain a brain injury, and I guess there's so many electrical surges going throughout your body that your fucking muscle seize up or something.
Oh, so it's not like his fingers looked like a fence in front of his face.
No.
I'm not even trolling. Like that's what I like the way you
No,
held it
no.
up. I'm like, oh, it
I
looks
have
like
no
a
idea
fence.
why they
Okay.
call it that.
I
yeah.
gotcha.
But it was really scary.
Boy, I must
Anyways,
sound like a complete idiot. I love it.
so anyway, this is how I sound every week. So, so now everyone's like going crazy because they're like, dude, how could you let him play? First of all, no, like if he didn't get hurt in that game, no one would have said shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But now everyone's like, oh my God, like we need to protect the players, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, this guy begged to play probably. He like did everything he could to play. So it's like,
Hot take.
Yeah.
He needs to learn how to fall.
didn't he get sacked?
Right, but both times instead of like letting he lets his head just like flop back.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tuck your chin. Anyone that's ever fallen before, like in a professional matter or like in like karate and all that stuff, you're taught tuck your chin so your head doesn't smash on the ground behind you. But go on.
No, you're right. I mean, the first one, it was because he got pushed
both
back.
times.
Was it both?
Yeah, both times his head just snapped back because he's just willy-nilly with his head and just letting it go freely.
What's really funny is like you'll watch a football game with your dad who's, older. And he's like, I thought these helmets were just supposed to, protect people. And I'm like, well, your brain's like inside your skull. You can't, how do you protect that?
A helmet's like a second skull, right?
Yeah, but how do you protect something inside you? Like if there's enough force, your brain's going to move.
What's going to happen down the line?
You know what I'm saying?
All these
Is that a
guys
stupid take?
It's going to be a giant video game. That's all.
No.
It's going to be like Ready Player One. Everyone's just in a little.
It's going to be worse.
Little Timmy.
Maybe
it's going to be worse.
Worse.
I think we're going to get worse. I think we're going to try to get better, but as society degrades into cyberpunk, it's going to get worse. We're going to bring back the Coliseum.
And we talked about, was this last week? We talked about Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
So it's funny because we're talking about it and it's like, oh yeah, and then the Coliseum came. But we're going to regress so much that like what we consider like the Coliseum, like back in Coliseum days, it's like, all right, here's a guy, here's a stick with a nail in it. Unleash the, 12 tigers. Let's see what happens. That was like brutal Coliseum. We're going to get so like fluff now. It's like, all right, here's the guy. Make sure he has his 12 helmets on and all his padding and like
you should
unleash the rabbit.
You should see him during training camp. So they've tried to make the game, quote, safer. So
during training specifically?
During training. They don't want people to get hurt.
Sure.
Right? So during training camp, they wear their helmet and then they wear like a giant padded helmet over their helmet. So it's like extra, like they look like. If you ever seen like 5-year-olds play,
that's
like
how
how 5-year-olds play
football
now.
Yeah,
that's how they're required to play now at that age for obvious reasons.
Sure,
but they make all the NFL players wear these things during training camp. It is if you like are a football fan and grew up watching football and like
it's gotta be funny, right?
It's hilarious
it's pretty
because it's grown men wearing a helmet. Usually know their pads because. They're not really hitting in training camp. Sometimes they do, but
it's stupid
with an extra pad on top of their helmet.
Yeah,
so in case they fall.
What if we made a football team?
Okay,
and we are the Spartans.
Okay,
and it's
cultural appropriation, but
it's just straight up like every practice you are playing like it is the Super Bowl. You are hitting full on.
The stupidest idea I've heard.
No, but I'm saying like eventually you will just find the team that can take it.
Or that lives long enough.
Yeah.
Can I introduce you to the 70s of
well, I'm
football?
I'm just saying, like, play your hardest and like they might not wake up the next day, but you're gonna have one hell of a game that Thursday night.
Well,
what are you talking about?
I'm just saying it's for the fans, right? Like I'm just saying like Pro Bowl, right? Pro Bowl is a way to see all of the best players we have, and like no one plays. Oh, is Pro Bowl gone?
They've taken it away.
Ah, my grandfather would be so
happy.
Wait,
what?
Oh yeah, it's now a skills competition.
What?
Well,
like
they
you
always
can
did the
throw
skills
farther?
competition.
They don't even play. They're not going to play the game.
That's something like a Make-A-Wish. Like,
Make-A-Wish,
oh my gosh.
Well, it was getting so ridiculous because like they were literally not tackling anymore.
Yeah.
Why would you? Like 60-60. Yeah.
What we need is a bounty bowl in the Pro Bowl. That's what we need. You know what I mean? Start fucking paying people to hurt people.
Or you need it's like, hey, we
need Sean Payton as a coach for the bounty bowl. Yes.
We would like a word.
Like you have a gambling debt. That's fine. Like come play your hardest, and if you're the best running back and scoring the most fantasy points, we wipe your debt.
Yeah. Or like you get to see your family again. You know what I mean? Like
I want to see.
You're gonna run pretty fucking hard.
I was gonna say maybe like we'll put your kids through college, but we'll kidnap them. And two sides of
the same coin. Yeah.
This has taken quite the turn.
Well, I'm just saying.
This is the Christian couch. Anything can happen here. I mean, this is really what it's all about.
Just make it interesting. I don't know. So how is Palomalu? Is he like good?
He's probably one of the best safeties of all time.
He's got CTE though, 100%.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Yeah. Hair commercials. I'm sorry, that was a little racist. What's the Hawaiian guy's name? other Hawaiian
Tua
guys.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, how's he
Tagovailoa.
doing? Is he all right? How's he doing?
You said
Is he cool?
Palomalu.
Yeah, isn't Palomalu Hawaiian too?
Oh, I see.
See where
what
I
you
was
did.
going?
You did a
Yeah.
racism.
Yeah.
I got
Why
you.
don't you
I
ask
got
about
you.
Manti Te'o next?
I'm sorry, what?
How's his
Kazuna?
girlfriend?
Manti Te'o.
Oh
Ask
my
about
goodness.
Manti Te'o.
All right.
Wait. So Manti Te'o, what happened to him? I saw.
What do you mean?
He's
They
the
had
guy with the fake girlfriend and
Yeah,
shit.
the Netflix doc. They had that
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
But did he ever play or anything?
Yeah, he played for San Diego. He played for the Saints.
Was he good?
No,
Oh,
he was terrible. By the time he got to the NFL, his life was in shambles.
yeah.
He was drafted in the second round.
Yeah. He
But
was
boy, did
Notre
he-
Dame, right?
Notre Dame, right?
Because he was like really good.
He was a Heisman Trophy
yeah,
candidate. He was a
right.
pride and joy Notre Dame.
And he got a documentary.
Yeah, because of all the.
There was this whole thing with you. You want to? You probably know it more than me.
I watched the documentary.
Yeah, sorry. So,
What's the thesis of the documentary?
A person that not really didn't really know each other, but they were from the same from Hawaii as well. Pretended to be a girl that he fell in love with.
He got
got
catfished. Yeah.
What
He
I
got
thought.
catfished at all. He got catfished.
Okay.
Little
Yeah.
Plot twist.
little plot twist.
Plot twist. The guy that catfished him is now a woman.
Wow.
Yeah,
Plot twist.
That's a plot
that
twist.
doesn't seem as surprising as the first half of the story. but-
All of this is surprising to me. We went from just a nice old punter kicking to himself to
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so and then he.
Anyways, the reason I brought up Pat McAfee
yeah.
30 minutes ago
So how is Pat doing?
was because he's like, I don't know, he's like, well, he's doing well, but he, I guess he's doing like college game day now, so like
yeah,
Saturdays.
Super awesome.
Yeah,
Like as an announcer.
yeah. it's
Like to the pregame show.
the pregame,
Like, you never
like on-
watched it, but Saturday mornings they like talk about every college game that's gonna happen that day, and they have like they go to a college town and
Oh.
make it a big thing. It's like a big party. They start at like 7:00 in the morning.
he's the perfect guy for it.
Yeah.
Just
He's
Partying
wild.
all the time.
Yeah,
All right.
well, it's college.
Good
yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Anyways, so he's out. I don't know where he's at right now, but there's a
Kansas.
sign. Kansas.
The
There's a
Jayhawks
sign
are
in the.
4-0.
They are.
They are.
That's the story. Anyways, there's this sign in the background and part of all the Kansas folk that said make vitamins legal or something, legalize vitamins. So that's what from at the beginning of the show.
So that was the full circle?
That was the full circle.
That was the
vitamins,
punchline.
Oh, it's funny, dude. It made me laugh.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Legalize
Oh my
vitamins.
gosh.
Oh man, you guys ever take those Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so there are
They
two
tasted
types.
terrible.
One is a
You didn't like
one,
them?
Well, one's like a pasty one.
Yeah.
Like when you chew it up, it's like almost like this pasty
Chalk.
one. And
Okay.
there's but there's another one that's like
Gummy.
oh no. So there are two chalks.
Two
Oh,
chalks.
One
yeah.
that's more of a like when you chew it up, it's like a paste and tastes bad, and the other one has stronger flavor but is like grittier. So it's
Yep,
like even
remember that
worse
one. That's
I
texture.
think I had the
had.
gritty.
I had the gritty one.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like a better flavor than the other one. So the other one had like better like mouth feel, but worse flavor. I don't know.
Those things made us invincible, right? Like that's peak science.
I think so. I am the epitome of, or no, epitome of health. Is
Yeah.
epitome is good, right?
Well,
Epitome-
depends how you
Antithesis
say
is
it.
the opposite.
no,
Depends how you
no,
say
no.
it.
The epitome.
Yeah, the
I am the
I mean, Pitt's
Epitome.
the one that's kind of Pitt's bad. Pitt's down.
Yeah.
Pitt sucks.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just because they
They're
lost
no
last
Kansas
week.
City.
Come on,
Pitt-
Pitt's
now.
not good, dude.
They're gonna lose tomorrow too.
They are gonna lose
Oh
tomorrow.
my god, I can
You
say
can't-
anything. Watch. I don't know. Serving spoon. Make that sports. I'm just looking at a serving spoon across the way now.
Spoon. So I've never played a game of spoons like the card game, but everyone loves that game.
It's such a good game.
Yeah,
How have you not played that before?
I don't know. I've never played it,
Uh-huh.
but everyone's like, "Oh, I fucking love spoons," and I'm like, "Dude, I've never played
I
it."
used
And
to
they
play in
always,
high school in soccer,
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
class. We used to play it.
yeah.
Tons of fun.
You're
Yeah.
saying there's like a sports spoon?
I feel like
thing?
that's the closest I can get to sports.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
Spoons could be a sport.
Hey, anything can be a sport, man.
Sure.
That's not true.
Chess is a sport.
Yeah, chess is a sport.
Okay.
There you go.
See, like I don't think.
That's my thesis.
Oh, okay.
Anything can be in
Is
sport. Look
figure,
at chess.
is figure
The end.
skating a sport?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's just it's like
Anything in the
interpretation.
Olympics is
see?
a sport.
The world
Interpretation.
championship of ice skating would like a word. With
Yeah,
you.
but it's interpretation. It's more like it's art. It's more like art.
Art can be a sport.
No, it can't. It's art.
No,
Two different things.
It can be a sport.
No.
Look at marching band. That counts as a sport.
You
letter.
Some would say
You can letter in marching band, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Some would say certain people that play football or basketball
to me,
or
a
like
sport-
artists.
There's literally
So-
marching
To me,
band competitions.
Yes, there are.
To me, a sport needs to be
Sporting. It's competition.
yeah, but it needs to have a
You gotta hit
definitive
somebody.
winner.
You got to hit somebody.
Marching band competition winner of.
It's
marching
interpretation.
band.
It's a judge. Like music's subjective.
Yeah,
at the
but
end
what do
of
you
the
think
day.
referees are?
Amen.
There's a list of
It's a
rules.
judgment. It's still a judgment call.
It's all subjective.
Not a judgment call.
Oh, he's safe. No, he's out.
Well,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
worst example you could have.
Pass interference is a judgment call.
You're telling
Pass
me,
interference is a judgment call, but safe and
out.
out's not a judgment call. Did his foot hit the bag
No,
before
but
the ball
balls
got
and-
there?
Balls and strikes.
You're
baby.
telling me boxing is not a sport then because it's by judges?
Fuck.
Yeah, boxing is an art form.
I
It
think
is an art
It's
form.
interpretive dance.
boxing.
It is an art form.
Boxing should
Yeah, it
go
is.
until someone's knocked out.
That's
Until
called
somebody goes night night. It's
that's the phone booth boxing.
Oh, yeah. You ever see that, Ty?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I only saw it a couple weeks ago.
There's also this one that's arm wrestling, like
Slapping or punching.
yeah,
punching
it's like arm
wrestling.
wrestling boxing. So they arm wrestle, but with your other hand, you can beat the shit.
Guess where it is. I'll give you one guess, and it's
Hawaii. No, everything goes back to Hawaai, right? We beat each other with
a
surfboards.
little
I
more
don't know
west.
a little more west and a little more
west.
a little more cold.
Where is everything in
Siberia.
Europe? Yeah.
Siberia. Siberia. Look at
That's
that.
what Russians do in their spare
If you-
time. is just beat
if
each
you
other while
watch-
they're arm wrestling.
Yeah, if you watch arm wrestling boxing, it is like the first second they're like arm wrestling,
Yeah.
and then they're like,
And then
"Oh, I could
immediately
beat the
just
fuck out of you," and they start beating the shit out of each other. It
Oh
is
my
the
gosh.
funniest thing.
Same with
Bare
the phone
knuckle?
booth.
The phone booth
Phone
is
booth
even
is from
worse.
Russia too.
What's the phone booth?
You literally you stand back to back in a phone booth,
Okay, no, I got it.
and there are no gloves.
There's no-
Oh my
And
gosh.
they
Is it a
go-
glass phone booth?
Probably
No, I
plastic at
don't
this point.
think
There's
so.
like phone booths
I
don't
don't
really
think so.
exist. You like
Yeah.
it's got to be made for that event.
Right,
so
but I feel like if you put someone through a glass, like that's
I feel
probably
like it's got to be
dangerous.
plexiglass, right?
Oh,
or like
something.
plastic, right? There's no chance
Man.
you're gonna let someone get impaled by glass. Maybe in Russia, maybe.
Is there a working phone in there? Can somebody be like, all right, I'm out, like they're just locked in, but they have to like the first one to dial 911 loses.
Now that's a sport. That's a fucking
Well, since it's in
sport.
Russia, you got to use a country code. You got to get out of the U.S. and then
I'm
back
sorry,
into
yeah, whatever the just
Oh my
it's some
god!
convoluted like
And they-
10-digit long number you have to memorize.
Here's the rubber too. They don't tell you how to get out of the country code and get into the other country. So you got to figure that out when you're getting.
Or
shit
it's some
kicked in.
randomly generated number they have to figure out.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
That's,
God.
It's like a million options.
Damn it!
Just getting wailed on. Yeah.
Even if it was like what, like a 2-digit number,
That's 10,000
the odds of
at
it
least.
is it's just
10,000
like
at
okay,
least.
what are you gonna do?
There's 10 digits. What is that?
20,000, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Isn't that a factorial? Two,
Oh, buddy, you were
two
asking the wrong.
two exclamation
guy.
point.
Couldn't tell you.
Research department, get on that.
Yeah.
Text me Monday.
Oof.
All right, so how much money would it take for you to get in a phone booth with Mike Tyson?
With Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right,
Are we?
here's the
are we
rules.
fighting?
Yes, it's phone.
okay.
It's phone booth boxing.
No,
It's-
you're gonna
all
hug him.
Here's the scenario. Ready? Ready? It's phone booth boxing.
Uh huh.
Okay. Your opponent's Mike Tyson
Yep.
in his prime,
Okay.
Ugh.
and you have to. It's 30 seconds.
So that makes me an infant. Does he kill me
And-
instantly?
If he kills you, he wins, and if you live, you win.
Oh, okay. Well, then no. Obviously not. If my life is on the line, because if it was just like, all right, you got to fight Mike Tyson. You have 30 seconds. You're in a phone booth. It's like, all right.
If you
Do you
quit
think he
before
could
30
kill you in
seconds.
30 seconds?
Yes. Are
Very
you
much in his
kidding?
prime? Yes, man.
Dude.
30 seconds? You just fucking ball up.
Dude, he kills me in 5 seconds.
No, no.
1 second, turn around. 2 seconds, introduce himself. 3 seconds, punches me. 4 seconds, hit the ground. 5 seconds, stomps on my neck. I'm out. 5 seconds. And he
can't kill a guy
introduced
in 5
himself.
seconds. No way.
He probably wouldn't even introduce himself. You
I don't
even-
think you can kill a guy in 5 seconds with
Oh
your bare
my
hands.
gosh.
No way. How do you
Oh
kill
my-
a guy in 5 seconds with
You
your bare
knock
hands?
him out
their
and
neck.
just snap their neck. Are you kidding?
Does that even work? Like, that's a movie thing.
at best, he's
That's a movie thing,
disqualified
right?
because he used his legs in a boxing match.
You're still
But
dead.
I'm dead. Like, it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, you still lost.
I lost. Maybe Chelsea gets a lot of money, but like, whoop-de-doo.
Dude, you don't have to go to work.
I'll take that.
win.
I'll take that as the.
I'm dead. I don't have to go to work. Yay.
There
Okay.
you go.
I'll take 10 million,
All right.
and I'll uppercut.
He
his
doesn't.
nuts.
He can't kill
You'll
you.
uppercut?
I'll drop to one knee and uppercut him in the nuts, and then hope he falls to the ground.
But no
for
way.
20
He's too
seconds.
fast.
He will kill you.
If I can uppercut him in the nuts, and he's just like
Well,
disoriented. for
the
even
question
10
is how much
seconds,
money? How much money would it take?
You have 5 seconds before the nut shot kicks in, man.
Maybe.
Whoa, what?
You don't,
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's pretty instant though.
You get hit in the nuts. I don't think that's like an instant thing. I
Most
feel like
guys
you have
keel over.
you have a couple.
You're saying,
No.
are you saying he's
Dude,
like,
I'm
no.
saying he is so just
too many
enraged.
Too many roids.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
like
there anymore.
No.
Are you
Well,
saying-
it might be, but I'm saying like I think he fights through the pain. He is a monster.
He is a monster.
He
was a monster.
He's the scariest
No, he's
thing
still
in the
a
world.
monster.
He's still a monster.
Did
Yeah.
you see him training for those fucking fights?
Yeah, who did he
It
fight?
didn't happen, right?
He fought someone,
Yeah.
It was like a charity fight.
Nope.
and he was training,
Charity
dude.
fight.
And he's like fucking what, 60?
Yeah,
And
but
he's
Yeah,
he could be heavyweight champ, dude. Like I'm telling
No,
you, this
that's-
dude is
That's terrifying,
ferocious.
man. No, thank you.
How about Le'Veon Bell fighting?
what a
Peterson.
washed up.
He beat him. You know,
Fucking,
Peterson. No.
He did. Yeah. He sucks.
Bring-
Le'Veon Bell
bringing
sucks.
bringing it all back around to sports.
No, hey man.
I don't think we ever left.
No,
phone
that's
booth,
true.
phone
That's
booth
true.
boxing is a sport.
I got
There's no interpretation. One guy lives, one guy dies.
Yeah.
So it is death? Is to the
No,
death?
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
I was like, what? How is this a thing?
Someone's had to have fucking died during that,
Probably,
dude.
maybe. I mean,
Oh my
I
gosh.
think there's people watching. Obviously.
Yeah, but it's gotta open
they-
the phone booth while in
Right, but
UFC when you knock them out and they
Yeah,
get
and they
like
keep-
five
they keep
punches in
punching,
before the
yeah.
fucking
Right.
ref has to literally truck the guy off of
Yeah,
him.
then he has to do
Because
a little
he's
test on drawing the
tunnel
line.
visioned in on
Television and
killing this guy.
someone.
Yeah. Now have a phone booth where you got to open the phone booth. and get in there.
Who's the UFC dude now?
What do you mean, like the best one? Yeah. Well, it's debatable.
I don't even know.
I mean, Khabib's not like really
He doesn't
fighting
really
anymore.
fight anymore now.
He
at
he
this
was
point.
the best.
Once
but
you make a bunch of money, there's literally no reason.
GSP
Yeah,
doesn't
why would you-
doesn't fight anymore, and right?
GSP.
George Saint Pierre. Is he not a thing? Big Daddy Gary Gourich? No.
I don't know. Who that
Or you
is.
just that was like 2001. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So
No,
no.
GSP was. I liked him just because it was like he is pure technique
Mm.
and just dismantles people, and it was like it
That's
was
what
just
Khabib
fun to
is.
watch. But
Khabib is technique. Khabib is a ground fighter. He's
Yeah.
He's not even. He's
I-
not going to knock you
yeah.
out. He's
I
not-
always like John Jones.
I don't think I've ever watched a
never-
fight that lasted more than like
Sweet.
20 seconds for the main event. It's just my
Yeah,
dumb
it
luck
happens.
of like it was like a night and we'd watch all the dumb bouts and everything, and then finally get to like the main event and
Yeah.
the guy gets just
That's so disappointing.
Destroyed.
Especially if you paid for that. and you're
who's
like,
who's
you
the
bet on
boxer?
him.
I think we talked about
It's
this before.
exhilarating. See him fucking crush him.
This was like years and years and years ago, but who was the boxer that was like bad mouthing UFC, and then they brought like some old guy come like back out of retirement, and he like just destroyed the boxer in like 15 seconds.
I know.
And the guy didn't even know how to
Remember,
tap out, so he just kind of like waved his hands to the ref. He was like, I'm done, I'm done.
Never been here.
But the guy came in as like a boxer, and the other guy just like, it was like, oh, like I don't know what the name is. Like, so, he looked like a freaking snake, and he just coiled up, grabbed the dude, brought him to the ground, and just started beating him. Like, it was just nothing.
damn. I don't
It was
know
like,
that.
okay, well,
I
made a
don't
name.
watch. I don't watch enough MMA.
This was years and years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No boxer's going to be like a professional
I'm
MMA.
disappointing my cousins. It's not good. I was in one fight in my life,
Yeah.
and I just got pummeled. It was
Thrashed.
after piano class.
Yeah.
And
Of course it
I
was.
just got
Of course it
beat.
was.
Yeah.
No, so I was in one real fight, and I tried. Well, I say real, like we weren't like trying to kill each other, but this was in like middle school or something, and I had just watched Jackie Chan's Drunken Master movie, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a drunken master. I got like
Rock.
Jamie Steckler spun, and his elbow just crushed me in my lip. I had like stitches and everything. It was
man.
bad. Yeah.
Was it like you were mad at him? Like you were fighting?
No, I don't
Or it's
remember what
like,
it was.
we're going to be Kung Fu
I-
masters.
yeah.
Let's spar a little bit.
I'm trying to think of what the situation was, but I don't have any animosity there, so I don't think we were trying to kill each other. And And he did date my ex for a little while. So
Dude,
that
he
was maybe
fucked you up, dude.
yeah,
Well,
emotionally,
should-
physically.
should go beat him up.
I was a broken shell of a man. No, I don't even know.
Hey,
what he's
you
doing
watch out,
anymore.
Jamie.
Yeah, no, he's.
If you're out there listening,
You used his full
I
name
miss
too.
those guys. Yeah,
I'm
Damn.
gonna get you.
No, dude, I haven't talked to them in forever. We were like, that was the beauty of, not to get this away from sports. Don't worry, we'll come back. But we were in like a small private school, so like we were like, everyone was like really close, like brother
Yeah, you all know each other really
bonded
well.
stuff.
You know?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
You know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
didn't you tell me you guys?
Nope, did not say anything
Oh,
about
okay, all right.
that. What about sports?
Well, I got pummeled once in a fight. We were
Yeah.
playing. We used to play like pickup hockey and shit. And there was this guy named Mike who was our buddy, and he was like way taller than everyone else back in elementary school.
Wait, it
Yeah.
sounds like
But
someone
now
we
I'm
know.
taller than him because
Oh,
I
never
saw him
mind.
at like Sheets or something. And now I'm taller than him. I'm like, this is amazing.
Is height and reach or like
Huge in fighting.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Huge.
anyways, he was like the big guy back then, and I was playing goalie, and for some reason I was like really mad at him. So I fucking throw all my shit off, and I like run after him. And we start fighting. He just fucking decimates me, dude. Like just punching my face.
my
just
gosh.
out. I just got
Yikes.
rocked. It was so bad.
Nah, I never fought anybody.
Yeah, after getting fucking demolished, it's a little embarrassing. You're
Well,
just
you
sitting there
don't,
like
like-
all your friends just watched you get killed.
you think you're gonna act a certain way,
Yeah.
and the moment you get hit, that certain way is like gone.
Yeah,
You're just like,
it
oh,
hurts.
this,
I didn't feel great.
yeah, like my face.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You can't fathom losing in the moment.
No, I mean,
until
in
you
your
get
mind,
punched.
you're gonna jump out of the way of bullets and, and take down the robber, right?
Yeah.
But no, you're gonna be
Especially
crying and hoping.
Pre-30, you're like
Yeah.
invincible.
Yeah,
makes you
well,
feel that way.
dude, I
Try when you're 10, dude.
every
That's what I'm
morning I
saying.
feel like I'm just gonna die.
Yeah.
Just
Every
wake up, I'm
morning-
like, oh, another day, huh?
Every morning,
All
I'm
right.
grateful to be alive. 'Cause
Ugh, I can't wait for you to be 30. It's gonna be good.
I feel great.
There's
Actually,
there's
You're
a-
30 now.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
hit this
Yeah.
year, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a cliff you fall off of. It's not great.
It's not,
dude, you know
it's
what's
not
really
fun.
scary? So, like we were talking about earlier, I have a bet right now where I'm not going to drink for the rest of the year. So
Yep.
I haven't had any alcohol in like 2 weeks, maybe 3
No,
weeks.
it's been
2 weeks at
it's
least.
been at least
Been
4.
a long-
4?
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty well.
We started. Last time you drank was what, the first week? Oh no, you're
Sunday.
right.
So
Second
it's like-
week. So it's been like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay,
Man,
so it's been
time
3
is
weeks
slow and fast at the same time.
without alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, this is usually the point where people are like, "Oh my god, why don't I do this all the time? It feels so great."
Yeah.
I don't feel great at all. I feel like fucking shit. What does that mean? What
What
does that mean?
You're
I think it's more about, can you get off of caffeine? So how often you drink like a Red Bull or something?
Once a week?
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't have like a caffeine intake.
Nope.
you're not.
It has nothing to do with alcohol for me. It's all about, if I can cut myself off coffee, I truly feel incredible.
Well, then what's the coffee
Oh,
for? You just like coffee?
Yep. I don't know, man.
That's so weird.
Just like if you eat salads every day, with just like a chicken salad every day, and that's what you're eating for lunch and dinner,
Yeah.
you feel incredible.
Uh-huh.
Your body is better. You look better. Skin's better.
Yeah.
Get a cheeseburger tonight. Like I don't know. Like it's like, you know that this is better for you, and you just don't do it.
The desire's just there to have a cheeseburger. instead.
Clearly, your body's just messed up. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
if you're
know
not
either.
drinking or anything, then
I was like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna feel great, refreshed every morning. I just feel like fucking shit.
it just depends how much $40 means to you.
Dude, I'm never gonna win it, but I
Think
wanted
about
to
it
see.
this way: the next time you buy a drink,
Okay.
like say, oh hey, this is on happy hour. I got it for like $3, like a $3 Miller Lite. Cool. Nope, that's a $43 Miller Lite.
Yeah.
That should help you, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm fucked. There are events happening that
Why
I
don't you
have
just-
to drink at.
Why don't you just do it now? The longer you wait, the worse you're gonna feel.
Well, I was thinking to myself, can I get through October? It's like a battle of wills now. You know what I mean?
Drytober.
Brother, it's the
October.
7th day in October.
Yeah, I'm doing great. The financial aspect's fantastic. I go out to eat, and
Yeah.
it's like, holy shit, I'm under $20.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea's getting dinner where it's like, oh, I can get out of this for like 20.
Well, there's two ways to look at it. When you're dating someone, or if you have a wife, if you're lame, like you guys.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Can't wait for Chelsea to come out and like, so telephone booth boxing, huh? Let's go.
So, anyways, it's like when they're not going, right? Because usually you're paying for two. It's
Right.
like there's two factors. Now you can either save money or you'll be like, oh, I was going to pay for this anyways and just get a fuck ton of food.
That's the direction I take.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's like you just get like $40 for the food for yourself.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Buddy.
That must be nice. It's like a little Christmas.
Yeah.
It was my
Morning.
turn to buy dinner last night for like D&D group.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, all right, Permanis is having their like BOGO pizza thing. Awesome.
Yeah, man.
And you can only use that once. So I went through.
No.
I was asking people like on like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm just like, all right, guys, give me your toppings up to 3 toppings. We're going crazy. And I start putting it in the car. I'm like, oh, whoopsies. Then I was like, okay, what I'll do is I'll cheat the system a little bit.
Check out twice.
I'll send half of it to Nate's house and I'll pick up the other half. So that way they can't track me, right? I'll use 2 different cards. And then apparently yesterday they just weren't delivering out of that specific location. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna.
If you don't think the government's tracking you, dude,
Oh, the government's tracking me.
Totally
we talked
wrong.
about that. Yeah, they're.
what if you're the main character?
I think about that all the time.
That was a great movie.
Yeah,
What?
The Truman Show.
that's right.
Truman
you
Show?
didn't
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it
yeah.
last time. You watched it now.
I
Yeah.
watched it.
Give us a score out of 10. Bet it's an 8.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to color your.
I was gonna say
yeah,
7.5
it's the
or an
safe.
8.
It's
It
the
was
safe
8.
option. Yeah.
it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
really- I was very impressed.
Yeah.
It was a good hour and 45 minutes.
Just
Back when like movies were the perfect length,
Yeah.
where it's like here's a
Yeah.
90-minute just.
Yeah.
Pacing's always good because
Yeah.
you have to tell a story in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Good luck.
yeah. When I go back and watch those kind of movies, dude, that's a great point. The pacing's perfect
Yeah.
because these scenes, like maybe it's a different structure of writing. They're just more micro focused. Like the scenes are constructed so well because you got to put in so much in a little amount of time.
Whenever you get into like this 2-hour, 3-hour situation, it's like, okay, we got some great build up. We're learning the character. And then it's just like, you're just off a cliff and it's like, CGI battle. And then it's like done. Right. With these, it's like, it's just this kind of straight shot. Like look
Yeah.
at every Disney movie. It's
Yeah.
engaging from start to finish.
Yeah, most of Tom Hanks movies before 2005 were like that.
I haven't watched a Tom Hanks movie. What's he been in since I last watched? Like, I guess he was in Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good.
He was
Greyhound.
in Greyhound. Yeah, was that Greyhound any good? That was on
good.
Apple TV.
Very good.
yeah.
It's again only like an hour and a half.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
now I want to watch it more.
It's really short. I was actually disappointed how short it was.
You just want more.
I wanted more. So
Fair enough.
it's very good. You know what it's about, right?
The beer movie is up. Where with who's the guy in High School Musical?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Did you see this with Apple TV? Zac Efron is some like I don't know, like loser guy that's not doing anything with his life, and he's
Sounds
like,
right.
I'm gonna give a beer to everyone over at Vietnam. So
Oh,
he goes
yeah,
over
yeah,
with
Oh.
freaking Gladiator,
Oh my. Russell Crowe.
Russell
Crowe.
Crowe, who's a reporter.
Yeah.
And they're just going around giving beers to
Apparently, it's
different
a true
people.
story.
Yeah, that's amazing. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll watch that.
I want to see
Sure.
that too. Yeah,
Apple
that
TV. It's out
oh,
now,
is
I
it?
think,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck that. Not in theaters.
I don't know. I guess not if it's Apple TV. Probably
That
not.
sucks.
If you ask nice enough, it might go to the Plex server.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh, I fell asleep to Code Geass again. I just want to put that out there. Okay.
I told you you're gonna hate the fucking show.
I don't hate the show. I just I can't watch it when I'm falling asleep.
I couldn't think of a scenario where you're gonna be able to watch it. I guess.
I started over.
Early morning.
Yeah.
you wake
He's gonna
up
put him back to
with,
bed.
with a coffee in your hand.
The mistake was I started over. It's
Okay.
a 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
And I got through the
perfect
Japan,
length.
take it over. Oh no. And then I fell asleep again.
See,
and then I rewatched it and Japan got taken over
So
again.
you got to take that approach of watching something.
I know. There's
stopping.
There's something
and
to
then
it.
Picking back up again.
There's something to it.
Dude, it's
I
the
hate
best
it.
way to watch.
I hate
20
it.
minutes, Tyler.
No, I know.
Just fucking
It's like
make it
27.
20 minutes.
But yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
can't.
it's not.
I can't.
It's like 23.
I
It's the
can't.
best way to watch TV shows and
not.
movies.
Yeah. Okay. If it's a movie,
In multiple
sure.
sittings.
Yeah. Tyler can't make it 2 hours. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You can't do 20.
I watch 47-minute shows in a couple settings sometimes, depending how long.
Still,
lunch is.
literally twice the length of what we're talking about here.
Oh, of course. No, you're right. Yeah, 20 minutes. 20
What is
minutes.
he
I
gotta
thought
do?
you were on my side.
Fucking
But
four increments of
I don't-
5 minutes.
I can't do it. I do. Star Wars Rebels keeps me entertained.
Maybe
Dude.
it's just not for you if you can't stay.
Just
stay
you don't have
away
to watch
from
it.
20 minutes.
So here's the thing with that, and we actually have stuff to talk about. We're 40 minutes in, so we're gonna have to switch gears here. But the one thing I will say is, whenever I think of like, oh, I keep falling asleep, this isn't for me, I think about 2 shows. One is Peaky Blinders, where I fell asleep during the first episode multiple times, and then the moment you pass that first
wow.
episode, like I'm in, I love it.
Okay,
One of my favorite shows of all time.
that's fair.
The other one was Altered Carbon, where I fell asleep multiple times. And if you really want to push it, Umbrella Academy, fell asleep. Like the first I just couldn't get past that first episode because I kept watching it late.
Yeah.
But if I just can't be laying down. If I'm sitting upright, I'm good. I do not fall asleep sitting upright.
Yeah, I don't watch things watching laying down. That's terrible.
Well, I do.
I watch, because we'll go to bed and Lindsay will be like, oh, you watch the football game in here? I'll be like, I can't because I fall asleep. And she goes, no, but watch it in here. And I go, all right. So I do. And
then you fall asleep.
she goes, you're going to sleep, turn it off. So that's
Chelsea, we
Remember we talked about being married?
Chelsea broke me of the TV in the bedroom very early on. Like we had it all set up, we had the connection. And Chelsea was just like, it needs to be dark in here, and I'm like, all right. And then of course around that time, it's a little ironic. Around that time that we first moved out together, then all the studies about how like blue light from your phone at night messes up your sleep schedule, and that's how you get breast cancer. And it's like, well, then I'm screwed.
Yeah, no phone. See ya.
So, but no, I do watch my phone, but I turn on the little warm light or whatever,
Dark mode,
doing my part and all that
dark
stuff.
mode,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was like,
Wait, is there an option
that's
on an
convenient.
iPhone?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
So whenever you swipe down,
Swipe it down.
and then see where it says like the little light thing, press and hold on that bad boy, and there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, and you just
I was
hit the
looking for
warm
that
light. Yeah.
because I had a Kindle
Yeah,
and it has that,
Yep.
like the orange filter.
it's nice.
That's not intuitive. I would have never found that. unless you told me.
Speaking of well, you can actually set it up too where it auto does that. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, it's 9 p.m.
I do
and it
auto
just
dark mode, yeah.
yeah.
Damn,
Auto
dude.
dark.
Well, there's
auto
dark
night.
mode and blue light filter mode
okay,
too.
yeah. I just do auto dark. I don't really the blue light stuff. Whatever.
Fuck them.
I have
mean-
blue light glasses, and it's ironic because they help me with the blue light headaches.
Yeah, I have
But-
those too. They're really nice.
But then they slide down on my nose, and then I get like pressure headaches.
oh,
from
good.
them.
So
So it's like
2 for
pick
1
your poison.
special.
It just depends on what kind of ache do I want
Yeah,
that
what kind of
day.
mood are you in? Yeah.
Wow.
Do I want it in the back of my head or the front of my nose?
That is
Anyway,
terrible.
yeah.
Well, what else do we have to talk about? You said we need to keep a schedule.
No, well, we had a top 5.
Yeah.
We have a top 5. We had a 2-hour window.
We have a poll too.
42 minutes in. Oh, we had a poll. Let's do the poll first.
Poll. I missed it. I think.
All right, the poll was the most important question of all time.
Okay, well, that's a big build up. I don't even remember what the poll was, but
I don't either.
that's fine.
Is stair sex amazing?
Oh yes,
right, yeah.
yes.
40% say yes. 60% say they've never done it.
So no no's.
No no's.
Well, then it's amazing.
Also, this was like our most looked at tweet, I think. The most engagement. Imagine that. You put sex in your tweet.
Yeah,
and
imagine
it's the
that.
most
Yeah.
engaged tweet.
It's, so that's 100% success then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Technically,
it must
right?
be the greatest
Everyone
thing of all
that
time.
has tried it says it's the best.
Yep.
I feel like it'd be really uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be uncomfortable, fire hazard. Like, there's a lot of things I'm thinking about here, but
Not to get super like I mean,
no,
we
I
don't
want
have
to go
no,
there.
there are no stairs here.
What?
I'm married now, so we can.
Right.
There are no stairs here,
Okay.
Only
except
only public
outside.
stairs.
And,
Public
yeah,
stairs.
and I can literally hear kids running right now. So there are a lot of
Yikes.
prerequisites that need to be met before.
So you're saying you've done it then?
No,
on these stairs.
0%. No, these stairs are great. So
They are great.
I am vindicated here, and this is a whole other thing. When I came back from the soccer trip, and so we said what soccer trip's like 3 weeks now or something like that.
Yeah.
They were whenever they were building all of those stupid, which we talked offline, like these parking spaces. So they kill one of our parking spaces. They put a cement barrier and put a tree there and plant a tree there, which means that once a tree sprouts and does all the tree things on all the cars, now you've effectively destroyed the parking spot on either side of the tree. So you killed 3 parking spots for literally nothing.
Right. A tree.
All of that said,
For life, but yeah.
for life.
Well, sure.
They made a sidewalk That's a good thing. So they dug out everything. They made a sidewalk, so now people aren't walking in the middle of the street getting hit by cars because everyone just wears black at night. That's just a thing. And kids run out in the middle. It's a terrible place. Anyway, they made a sidewalk. They had a giant pile of dirt. Kids were just playing in the dirt.
Oh.
And then and it's still on our stairs coming up to apartment, just these big clumps of dirt. Now, obviously, they're getting worn down because it's been literally 3 weeks now, 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
And Chelsea's like, oh, because I was grumbling as I do now that I'm a old married man, grumbling about like, oh, these dirt clumps everywhere. We're gonna track this into the house. It's gonna get everywhere, you know. And Chelsea's like, well, they come and clean this every week. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. And it's like, no, they sure as heck didn't. That stuff is still just
there.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going with that. I'm sorry. Video games.
Oh, I thought you
were talking about. No, that
had
was
a
it.
point there.
No, that was my point. Is
It means they don't
I am
clean them
vindicated.
ever.
Chelsea was wrong.
Yeah.
Vindication is
The best.
fantastic.
So you want to talk about perks of being married?
Yeah.
Vindication somehow is better when you're married
Mm.
than when you're just dating.
1,000,000%.
I can't explain it.
No, he's right. 100%.
It's because there's an
1,000,000%.
internal aspect to it, so you now have that over them forever.
Yeah. And also, like, if you hold it over their head, they can't just be like, oh, well, this relationship's over, so I'm going to leave now.
Smart.
See,
There's a little more to that.
I mean, were you
bigger-
talking about the stairs? Well, I don't think we should see each other anymore, bitch.
See, I'm the bigger man. I don't hold it over her head. I'm just keeping that in my back pocket, and I'm just kind
For a
of
rainy day.
yeah. Well, I'm obviously just putting it
That's-
out in the internet instead.
Literally.
That's how I handle stuff.
Isn't that the definition of holding it over someone's head? Like waiting
no,
to
I
strike?
mean, it's just I'm just putting this on here for posterity, and
Okay.
eventually we'll come back.
Chelsea doesn't listen to this.
No, but what I'm saying is like whenever the stairs are cleaned,
Yeah.
we will revisit it. Chelsea a wink.
Oh.
I don't think
she's
I don't think
flipping
she
me off
heard.
right
I
now.
don't
That's
think she
fine.
heard, dude.
Was
She's listening
oh,
now.
she's gone. I was gonna say, was I right or was I wrong? There's still dirt all over the stairs.
I think she woke
3
up
weeks later.
just for the.
You know, based on
just
that
for this.
story, I think you're
Now she's
probably
doubly flicking me off.
you're probably right about everything. I would say, right? If that's like any indication,
Well, yeah, obviously that's the litmus test of
right?
do I win all my arguments?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And for me, it's like yes, 100% of the time.
Sample size 1.
but like under the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That back pocket's pretty full.
of wins.
I got a
W's.
fat ass with the
got
with
some
the amount of
dubs
things
back
I have
there
in
in
my
the
back pocket.
pocket.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right.
All right.
I want to move on to the
Yeah.
top
So if
five.
you're gonna do it on Tyler's stairs, be prepared to get messy.
Dirt
As
in your,
there are clumps
dirt in
of
your
dirt.
ass.
No, there. Okay, in case I wasn't clear earlier,
Okay.
there are kids constantly outside on my stairs, playing on my stairs.
Yeah.
which is why it's filthy.
So you're gonna get
Don't.
dirt in your ass and indecent exposure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta
So
don't
you-
do
Let me
that.
put
so
on a
you'll,
list.
you'll be on
I'm
a
not
show-
telling them
on
to
a
do
list.
it.
Yeah.
It was a public service
You said
announcement.
next time.
I'm saying
Well,
if you're
there's,
doing
if
it,
there's a next time.
if there's
Sure.
if you fancy that,
All right.
wear a
if the
wear a
iron
poncho.
strikes, if the iron strikes.
One
Wear a
thing
poncho.
too. One thing too. I was thinking about is
strike.
kids are playing in the locker storage areas.
Oh, that's
yeah,
not a
which is
good
a big
idea.
big no. Like you're not supposed to be playing down there. I was thinking about kind of like outfitting our stuff where it's like, can I like spook them?
Putting defense
little bit.
mechanisms up in your
Ooh.
locker.
Just something,
Yeah.
not like
Ooh.
defense, not
like,
nothing
like
that's
little
like
knives that stick out in your locker.
just needles with like a piece of chocolate on the end of it. No. I'm saying like put like a scary mask or something where it's like triggered where it's like oh they walk by it and then
And
like
screams
something
at
like
them.
rattles the cage or something. You're like
Oh,
ah.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Just like a cyanide that looks like a Jolly
Oh
Rancher.
my gosh,
Yeah.
no!
Oh my
this
God.
is,
Oh my God.
man,
You imagine
This is
this?
taking
it's
quite
canceled.
the-
That was a good run. What are we on? Episode
Wow.
68.
How is that canceled?
I
You can't do that.
alphabetically. Let's
right.
start with cyanide.
You can't talk about cyanide.
It's a C, right?
It is.
Yeah.
What's a C?
The word
Cyanide.
Spelled with a C.
Yeah.
I'm listing the things on what canceled us in this episode alphabetically. Indecent exposure is I. That's next. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry. Go on. What's next? What are we- Sports.
So my brain's not here. So we're top five time. Top five time.
Sure. Yeah. Let's
All
hit
right,
the top five.
So we got John 2 here. The sequel.
He snuck that in.
Way to introduce yourself.
The sequel, dude. Funny guy. I thought of this in the shower today.
Oh yeah,
it's been.
Dude, that's the best place to think ever.
Absolutely. Anyway, you talk about indecent exposure.
Well, I'm not saying you got to come think with me. I'm just saying that's what I think.
I wish I could come think with you. I think we get a lot of thinking.
That's actually a good answer. Like, can you indecently expose yourself in the shower? I guess in public showers you could.
Yes,
but like,
public.
isn't it like kind of?
I feel like I get charged for trespassing at that point for going into John's shower.
Oh, okay. So you're
like
talking
in his house.
Also depends. Is he in a shower with a child? That's different.
Well,
indecent exposure is not child related, right?
Well,
That's not.
Is pedophilia after indecent exposure? Yeah, I think so.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm very good at the alphabet because of GameStop.
I am very bad at the alphabet because of GameStop.
Yeah.
Jerry. No, sorry.
Jerry?
Like the show, Jerry Springer.
No. Jerry Sandusky.
Oh my gosh!
I thought you were talking about the show.
Back to
I thought you were
sports
talking about the
somehow.
show.
Always, baby.
Dude, anything
boy.
you could be. That was funny.
Okay, what's the term?
That's what they do on the show. They shout Jerry. They chant Jerry.
Yeah.
That's literally. That's
now
what
it doesn't really
about.
work anymore because we ruined it. So. Joe knew that.
Fucking Christ!
Joe
There's
knew.
so many cancellations.
I don't.
John
I
2's
just don't
here.
know. Yeah.
He's the sequel to John 1, which is me. Top 5 video game sequels. Congratulations.
That was actually a good segue.
It was a fantastic segue that got sidetracked by sharing a shower together.
Top 5 video game sequels.
Yeah.
Let's talk rules real quick because apparently
Now that I think about it, we
everyone's
talk about
lists.
sharing a shower together a lot on this show.
Yeah, we're not going to look into it.
Wait, this is the first time it's been brought up.
This has got to be. This might be double digit.
Oh my! Is this a sequel?
Because I'm always like, oh, I came up with this idea in the shower, and Tyler's like, and then there's some sort of joke about us being in the shower together every time.
68 episodes. I feel like it's safe to.
Yeah, maybe if you play sports together, you'd be in the shower.
Yeah,
Could be true.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like even public showers. The social contract that you're saying is like if you're in the shower room, you're gonna see some butts.
Yeah, definitely.
Now if you're in like I'm thinking the other type of shower is like you're on a beach.
Yeah,
it's like a
public shower
beach.
Yeah.
Like probably
Right.
maybe don't do that.
Right.
unless it's a naked beach.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, like, do they have showers on the beach? There's like a naked, or is there like you have to like?
Well, you have to put your
cross the
clothes on
threshold?
before you exit the beach.
I think so.
No way, because you can be.
There's a
you can-
threshold, I'm sure.
You can be on the boardwalk, and you're seeing all the naked people. You know, they're still within the vision.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
But like, how far away is the board? Like, when you're talking, do you have a specific place in mind?
No, I don't.
I've never been to
I don't even think we have
Okay.
nude beaches here in the U.S.
Oh yeah,
There are.
There
yeah,
are?
there gotta
You
be.
just don't know about them.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah.
I don't think so.
I'd bet anything.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like, you know for a fact, or you're just
know for a
speculating?
fact.
no, I would.
You know for
I
a
would
fact?
I
Bet.
know for a fact. Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Now,
I
are
thought
they?
it was like a European thing.
is it a nude?
is.
Is it a nude beach outside of like a nudist colony, or is it
It's-
like a?
Wait, is that what
hey-
you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about. I don't know. For
I'm
certain.
talking public beach. You're allowed to be naked.
Yes, I would be shocked if there is not like a. Yep, this is.
Where's the one you're
Here you
thinking
go.
of?
There's one in West Virginia.
That makes sense. That checks out.
It's like a beach to a lake, I believe. So it's like still a beach, but
Yeah.
not a beach to the ocean. Like,
But
you
there's,
go.
I think the caveat there is like a late age limit on that, right? It'd be like 18.
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah?
Yeah.
You out of your fucking
Absolutely.
mind?
No, I know. I'm just saying. What are we talking about?
Do you think
Video
they
game
card people
sequels?
then? That's a great point. What if you're 18? What if you're fresh 18?
Who's the
You
one
get carded?
who has to stand there and watch people
Fucking lifeguard?
No, I'm pretty sure they put like a just a curtain around the entire beach. It's
just
like
an
a very
eyesore of a giant
exclusive-
curtain?
You know what?
The big bouncer.
I think you're right.
That's
yep.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, top 5 video game sequels. This is a
Excuse me,
video
sir,
game
I'm gonna
podcast.
see your ID.
So some of the rules that we had to talk about. To keep the lists not crazy, we are talking specifically the second
Yeah.
in the series.
Yes.
Sure. Right.
So I think overall we're good on everything. We had an honorable mention with Counter-Strike, which you can kind of talk
we'll
through.
talk about that.
We each have kind of our lists. We're talking about the second game in the series. So third game, fourth game could be better, but we're talking only about number 2. Doesn't have to have a number 2 in the name. So we'll get to that where it has to be the second game. And then as far as weird things where games, Final Fantasy is probably the only example of this, but like we're talking Final Fantasy 2 specifically, right? Or can we say, I don't think this will ever be in any of our lists, but if we wanted to say Final Fantasy 10-2, which is a true sequel to 10, is that allowed?
I would say that's allowed.
Do we care?
I don't think either are going to be on the list. I would say both would be allowed, which is kind of weird.
That's
answer.
what I'm saying. Right, yeah.
I would say
Okay,
both
so
is
I just
allowed.
want to
Both
be,
is allowed.
Yeah.
or
It's a sequel
13-2.
to-
So it doesn't
right,
have
yeah.
to directly follow the story, but it's the second in the
It's the
series.
second in the game, yeah. And that's the thing is like in that case is technically Final Fantasy is a series because like if you're looking at like Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty 2, or are you going to talk about Modern Warfare 2? Because technically Modern Warfare loses the Call of Duty
Name, right.
fifth thing.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a direct sequel to
So
4.
that should count.
I think so.
Yes,
I just want to
yes.
make sure that we're all on the same page before I slap down Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And then suddenly that's a big no-no.
No,
Yeah.
that's a yes.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All
Yeah.
right, great.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
If
wants
it's
to-
not, you're going to argue why it should be.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll probably lose, but then,
There you go.
it is what it is. All right. Being a guest, do you want to start us off?
Sure. Do we do all 5 or do I do?
I
one?
don't know. We don't
do one.
typically do this. This
Just
is
do one.
very.
Do I do my number 5 then to work down from there?
Did you order them
Oh,
in?
I
You
did.
order-
I did order them.
All right,
Oh,
perfect.
see, we don't
We don't do that. Okay. I'll
No,
do that.
do it. Just
Well, we do it
That's
after
fine.
the fact.
That's
Go-
fine. I'll
go
just-
ahead,
do your 5.
It's fine.
And I'm gonna work on my feet.
No, I can
Well,
just
no,
give
we-
you, I can just give you one.
So
Give
real
us-
quick,
give me
are
one.
we all giving our 5? Is that are we giving the 5th in our list? Because typically what we do is we throw them all out there,
Yeah.
and then we kind of debate like, okay, cool, like we all have because I have a little bit more than 5, not too much because I
have a-
figure
I have
like
a
we're,
couple-
Yeah,
we're not
just
going to waste time.
throw one out, and
A
we'll
couple
talk about it. We'll go
honorable
around. We'll
mentions.
just keep throwing them out.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw-
we compile a list
Yep.
and then we say what's the top 5.
Yes.
All right, I'll
in
throw-
order.
Sorry.
I'll throw one out there. Then
Yeah.
I'll throw out my number 1. Just
Just
Yeah.
put it out there.
rip it.
Halo 2.
Halo 2.
Yeah.
Halo 2. And because it was a sequel to what I thought originally was a terrible game when I first heard it was coming out.
Oh,
I was like a child, and I was like, I'm not going to play that game. That sounds terrible. It
Interesting.
came with the Xbox. I wasn't a huge fan of that idea. I had played it at a rich friend's house, and I was like, huh, this is really fun. And then I got really good at it. And then the second one came out.
Yeah.
And they took everything to a new level.
Yeah.
Because arguably, Halo 2 created the best game mode ever. SWAT.
Yeah.
Halo 2 created SWAT.
SWAT's fun.
And
it's a
SWAT has,
strong argument. Yeah.
SWAT has been used in multiple games since Halo 2.
Do
And,
we know what the origin of SWAT was? So I know like Bungie's pretty good at like, oh, community is
it was a
making
community.
stuff
It was a
like
community game. It was a community game
from
That was-
Halo
yeah,
1.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
this is them
probably.
like,
Yeah,
hey,
and
this
they-
is good.
It was either on Halo 1 or it was on a PC version of Halo 2, and they were like, oh, that's really good. We'll put it into the game. But I think it was more Halo 1. I haven't done the full research, but I think that's where it came
I
from.
gotcha. Okay.
But Halo 2 actually had SWAT in it.
Am I
and
keeping
it-
the official list here? Is that the?
Yeah.
I can do that.
You always
yeah.
do that.
And it made it, at that point too, online video games was really becoming really popular because of the invention of
Xbox Live and stuff. yeah.
Xbox Live, and non-using DSL, like you could actually
Yeah.
use high-speed internet to connect to the internet and play
Yeah.
video games. So that's why I have it as my number 1, because it revolutionized things for me. So
Was it GameSpy? Was that like the thing with Halo? I know that was with like any like it was like oh man, am I just old?
Yes.
I'm not
I've heard of
Not
GameSpy.
that
I don't
old,
know.
yeah.
I don't know it's related to
That
Halo.
was how you connected with other people. So like all the Medal of Honors for a certain time, and like
it was just
the
through
Star
Xbox
Wars,
Live. If it was GameSpy, it was in the
even
back
on
end.
PC.
Even on, I didn't play PC.
Oh,
so
you are talking about Xbox,
the
Halo
Xbox.
2.
Yeah, I didn't
gotcha,
have a
gotcha.
PC
Okay.
back then. I
misunderstood.
I had one, but it wasn't anywhere close to gaming.
I gotcha.
level. So, and that was, I think they didn't sell that many copies of Halo 1 and 2. They stopped making it, and I wanted it. It was like one of those like desirable things for the PC. And then I got hands on it, and I was like, "This is actually terrible."
I mean, that was going to be an Apple joint. Can you imagine
Really?
that? Yeah, they showed it off in one of the Apple conferences.
Oh my gosh!
And then
Microsoft, was like,
swooped in and was like,
we'll
"Hey, we're making this
we'll
thing.
take
We
that
need this."
instead."
Yeah.
Yeah, best one of the best campaigns too. You could play it offline. You could play it with your friends. Split screen was the best thing on a LAN party with 4 Xboxes, 16 people. I dominated my neighborhood. It was insane. So
See, I did not have a good experience with Halo 2 where like we played the heck out of Halo 1. We were all super into Halo 1. But because I didn't have the Xbox, everyone else did Halo 2 and played Halo 2 and was into Halo 2, and that's like the definitive one. And I'm just like, all right. And we didn't play as much for Halo 2, so I don't have
such a good
the
game.
affinity for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right.
Halo 2 is a little before my time, but I respect it.
Yeah.
I used to go over to Nate's house and just get whooped on by him, but yeah. People say it's the best one. Like I feel like that's probably the popular opinion.
Probably for multiplayer, I would say.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
It
don't
also
know.
has the hardest fucking campaign out of all of them, dude.
I think the make or break for me is like Halo 3 introduced Forge, and it was
Mm.
a little rough,
So
but
you're a tinkerer though. I don't care about that.
yeah, but think about all like I mean Griffball, right? Like that's
Yeah,
the thing is
right,
like
that's where
okay,
Griffball came from,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
so
Griffball.
it's hard to Rocket Racers, Griffball, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to kind of like
that stuff doesn't appear without Forge. Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear that.
Like Infected, all that shit. Actually, yeah, that wasn't in Halo 2, right?
that's a good question.
The
I don't
Flood
know.
was in Halo 2. But
But like the game mode
Infected
Infected,
was not in
yeah,
Halo 2.
all those custom games.
Yeah.
That's a strong start. That's a good one.
Yep.
I think that's probably a lot of people think sequel. It's going to be a popular one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I'll give you actually. So I'm gonna do a twofer.
All right.
I'm gonna just delete Ni no Kuni too because I don't think
Great
anyone else
fucking
played
title
that,
screen.
but yeah, it's very good.
Fantastic title screen.
We don't gotta talk about that.
Top 5.
How about Divinity Original Sin 2?
Are you serious?
I don't think that's. I just have to give Nate props for that, right?
I need to. None of us have beat that game.
I know, but but when you're looking at the original
makes
game,
it
you're
good
looking
though,
at the
right?
sequel,
It's
and it's
good.
like the sequel is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It's just a miserable game to play. So
Yeah,
I just got to throw that out there.
No,
Okay.
it's a really good game.
I wanted to give a quick nod. My real thing is Portal 2.
yeah.
Let's talk about Portal 2.
On my list.
Yeah?
On my
Oh,
list,
see, I didn't know you
on
played
my
Portal
list.
2.
Oh my god.
Oh, Portal 2
Portal
is amazing.
2, just incredible.
Yep.
The
It's
fact
really
you
good.
hadn't played it until he showed
Yeah,
it to you.
it holds up.
it
It's
holds
very
up.
good. Yeah, it's very good.
I mean, go ahead. I'll let you talk.
No,
it's your
no,
pick.
go
No,
ahead.
it's your pick. I couldn't, the introduction of multiplayer, like
Multiplayer, you have and that's the thing is we never actually played the multiplayer. Now that's the thing of it. We were going to.
didn't. Yeah.
It's like a whole other game, and it's the way they pull that in. The one thing which I didn't know was they were like adding a million other different like levels and different things like that, like
really?
people generated stuff. They have the VR version of it, like all
my
kinds of
gosh.
stuff. So that's all in it. Watch John play it. The writing is incredible.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
The music
it still
is
looks
amazing.
decent.
so many good memories from it.
yeah.
The music is incredible too. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's my number 3,
It's very, very good.
but
yeah.
still very, very good.
Like that's something where could they make a third one? Sure. But
Would it ruin it for me? Maybe.
yeah. I don't know. Portal 2 is like the perfect thing where there's nothing bad about that game compared to the first one. Like the first one was really, really good. This was every single thing about it is better.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Like
It's
bar none.
Nothing you think about Portal 1, you're like, oh, I missed that aspect of it.
Just
It's
nothing. Like, you can't-
it's
yeah,
just
you can't do
completely
anything.
It's just a totally different game. It's like, it's almost like Portal 1 was like a test.
And
You know what
technically
I mean?
it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It was
whenever
like
you played
Orange
it,
Box, right? And,
Yeah.
And that's, it was kind of like an add-on to the Orange Box. And then it was like really popular and they made a sequel, I think.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
no, it's a really good
that's
pick. I'm kind of doing an audible here. Speaking of the Orange Box,
Yeah.
Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2, real good.
Dude, that was.
That was going to be my
I
little.
forgot about that.
yeah.
I wanted to. I mean,
Talk about jump from 1 to 2, dude.
one wasn't. You didn't even know it existed.
Exactly. Like, describe to me Team Fortress 1.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
I can't. I came in at 2.
2 is just what an iconic game,
Man, I
and
forgot about that. I should've
still
put it on
like
the list.
put on the
Still
put on the
servers here like today.
list. They're literally still updating that game
Yeah.
and like adding hats and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
I need to
like
play
how
it
do
again.
you know the
I used to
maybe
be really good at
we
that
do
game,
that.
too.
So I kind of feel bad because like Overwatch 2 just came out and everyone's like, "Where did you actually download it?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's downloaded.
I have it downloaded too. You can play
I
some.
shouldn't have
Not playing
fucked up.
Overwatch at all.
No, dude.
All right, well,
Until they bring McCree back, no way.
literally-
well,
replaced
it's
Overwatch.
never happening.
On the Battle.net app, it literally replaced Overwatch.
Yeah,
So-
and it's still called Overwatch. It's not even called Overwatch 2 whenever you download the game.
Oh, mine said Overwatch
interesting.
too.
On that, but if you look at the icon, it still says Overwatch.
Oh, really? I don't
yeah.
use that. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Same,
That's right.
same
Still
old
an O,
icon
just
and
an O,
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They like shut down the servers to the first one, I guess. Yeah.
It forced you to play the second one.
That is a bizarre
I
thing.
saw a tweet the other day that said this Dragon Ball Z app game outlasted Overwatch. It's still being played. It's like this really popular like iPhone game.
That's
I was like, holy shit.
Those are really good answers. Portal 2 and Overwatch, and Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
Team Fortress 2, yeah.
So would you play Team Fortress 2?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god!
So I
would
played
love
Team
to play
Fortress
that.
2,
Download that
like-
real quick. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
download that.
I was so bad at it too. Like I just remember just getting shit on, but it was like so funny.
I
'cause
was really good on
I
the
was really good at it.
Xbox,
yeah.
but
I
like
was very
Yeah,
good at
once
PC.
I played on
yeah,
PC, it was like, oh,
I mean, I just
yeah.
played Mercy, right? So like I was just the
yeah.
doctor. running
Overwatch
around.
or
He played,
No,
he played
and-
Doc. He played
oh, Doc.
Played Doc
Oh,
on
yeah,
TF2.
It's
yeah.
literally the exact same thing.
It's Mercy. Yeah,
I was like
Yeah.
trying to figure out who I wanted to play. I just keep saying, I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna be Pyro. Fucking
That's what I love Pyros.
run in their
on
face.
Xbox,
man.
I was the spy because
I
I
love
thought
the
it
spy.
was so fun.
Spy's so hard.
There was one time I was a spy and I got 5 kills, and it's like a in the search and
great.
destroy type thing.
Yeah.
and I won the whole round.
Yeah.
It was-
Feels
Dude, the
felt-
game's
felt
amazing.
amazing.
Like
Felt
so
amazing.
unique. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
no other game, you know, like that.
Yeah.
I guess like an Overwatch is kind of like, but it doesn't have that charm. I guess you know what I mean.
Overwatch is the perfect example of like bloat, where
Yeah.
and more specifically Overwatch 2, which to be fair, we have not played it, so it could be
Sure.
perfect.
Yeah, it could be.
But the moment you open it up to this like kind of free to play mentality and like this constant update that like kind of Fortnite really ingrained in the industry even more,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
which then Call of Duty is following and everything just to keep people engaged. Like you have this Team Fortress 2, which is like, we perfected this. And it's just like it's done. Here you go.
Yeah.
yeah,
CS:GO is
Well,
a similar
it's like- I think
mentality.
the
Yeah.
simplicity of it is better. Like, you know, you have I don't know, all these like complicated characters in Overwatch
Yeah.
that do a million things and have all this backstory. And then you have fucking Pyro, who's just a guy
Oh,
who's a
this is-
fucking
It
flamethrower.
took them
By
like
fire.
12 years to finally come out with his video or her video. I don't even know, but yeah, it's just like just thinking that it's just rainbows and unicorns. It's just like bringing light to the world, and murdering everyone.
It's a fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
My favorite game mode is Payload.
Yeah.
Payload's
Payload.
the best.
Yeah.
Push the
Stay
push the
stay
payload.
tuned for our top 5 game modes.
Yeah,
That's
gonna
a
be a fun one.
good
That's a
point.
good
yeah,
one.
that's
That's
a
a good
good
one.
payload. I forgot.
I
about
really
that
want to
one.
play Team Fortress 2.
I do too
Right?
now, I
And
really
be
do.
garbage
Timeless,
at it.
fucking
Like the
timeless.
UI
game.
is bad.
Yes,
Like everything about
horrible.
it is just
I
bad.
will,
and
I
it's
will
just like,
install it tonight. I will-
but the
Done. I
game
will play
design
it.
is perfection.
all right, well,
Yeah.
we're installing it
All
tonight.
right, same.
All right.
All right, beat that.
Okay. My number 2 then, Call of Duty 2.
Oh,
World at War.
No.
Not
No,
World. I'm sorry,
it's
not World at
the
War, but like the
original.
World
The
War
World War
II.
II.
War
yes.
II,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Call of
Yes.
Duty, but
Because-
like the original one.
Yeah.
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 Big.
Because-
Does Big Red One count
Isn't that a
as
DLC?
as a sequel to
oh,
If it-
fuck.
Call of
if
Duty
it-
2?
I don't know. I played it.
I never played it, so I was just curious.
I'm huge into World War II, so I played it.
Yeah,
But, I liked Call of Duty 2 for the online play, like especially
Mm-hmm.
on the PC. Really is where I thrived. I played on the Xbox.
Sure.
It was fun, but I didn't have online back then, and so I didn't play it online with kids. But
Is Call of Duty 2 did not have classes, right? That was introduced in 3.
they were predetermined classes. So like you played a sniper, you played a machine gunner, you play
In 2?
right. You couldn't.
Oh,
You
okay.
couldn't make your own. That was what you're. If that's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
asking, you could not make your own.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
You
I
were
didn't realize
like
that.
for the German side, you were given like the rifle, the Kar 98, the MP44, the
Yeah.
Weir, and all that.
I thought everybody had like the same, almost like a GoldenEye thing where like everybody starts with the same gun and then you go and like find your guns.
Oh no. At
Okay.
least on PC, you had you could have like you pick your class,
Yeah.
but you could always pick up somebody else's weapon. But you also could just play rifles. So
Interesting.
that
So
was, like,
SWAT. They did it in Modern Warfare as well. I hacked. That was the only time I ever hacked a game. I had like a little green crosshair that really helped me.
I just liked it from the PC. I played a bunch of it in high school on PC. And it was like at that point outdated still, and I still played it on like private servers and all that with other people. And I just played rifles. And so you play with Springfields, you play with Kar 98s, you play with Mosin Nagets.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Just an amazing time.
Nice.
So that's my number 2.
I played that way after the fact. That was like we can take games home and try them out just so we can sell them better at GameStop. Yeah. So I played that. Like I think I went through maybe like the first few levels of like the main campaign, but like
fun. Yeah.
By that time, Modern Warfare 1 was out, and I was like, this is all right. It's good.
Yeah. So that game, 6 CDs to install it.
Holy cow, that's crazy.
There was even a multiplayer CD you had to put in to play multiplayer.
Wow.
Did you have to install the other ones then too? Because like I assume the assets were on the other ones. Yeah.
When you installed it, it took hours because you install one disc.
That's a lot.
If you weren't paying attention, to be like, hey, install disc, put disc 2 in the drive.
Wild.
You would go.
You're wasting all that time.
Yeah. So I bought it from my buddy, and it was like a big thick box.
Yeah.
Right, because they used to come like that on PC.
Yep.
And so now it was all 6 discs were stacked.
Yeah.
And so you just go boop, boop, boop,
2042 or whatever the Battlefield one was. Was it 2042?
That's the newest one.
Yeah, but what was the one before that?
4, 5.
No. It was like Battlefield 20,
you mean
something.
Like years and years ago?
Yeah.
It might have been 2042, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. Anyway, but that was the same thing where it was like these giants, and I bought that, and my computer couldn't even run it. Like it was just like no. And Star Wars Galaxy at the end was the same way, where you could buy the collection, and it was just like every expansion was like its own disc, and it just like stacked in there.
Dumb.
Oh man,
you're just like, your computer's like, I have 512. RAM. I don't know what you want me to do with
this. Such a waste. Yeah.
I have 4 sticks, but it's only 512. What would you like me to do?
Error. Please stop.
Shuts off. Yeah.
Do you like to play solitaire? I could do that.
Do you like
watch the
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper, yeah.
Yeah.
Spider solitaire.
Ooh.
Is that the sequel to Solitaire?
It is.
Is that on the list?
Whoa.
It's pickable.
Whoa.
Honestly, very fun game. Free Cell though. Free Cell might be the expansion of Solitaire because Free Cell came out before Spider Solitaire, and Free Cell is a version of Solitaire. If we're gonna split hairs,
fair enough.
I played the shit out of Free Cell when I was a kid because I was so poor.
That's the saddest childhood I've ever heard.
No, the saddest childhood is coming up the stairs at my. Never mind. So do we want to talk about Modern Warfare 2 then?
Yeah,
because it technically falls under the sequel thing. How do we feel about that one? So 4 changed the game.
Yep.
Literally. All multiplayers ever since then. And then 2 on top of that.
I mean, in my top 25 games, obviously, I think Modern Warfare 2 is better, in my opinion. But
then Call of Duty 2.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just a thing. I was before my time. I didn't play Call of Duty 2. So, I played COD 4. That's probably like the first Call of Duty I actually like played. But Modern Warfare 2 is that sweet spot where you're like, starting high school or whatever, or maybe like end of middle school. And like we talked about, dude, you go home, you fucking boot up Modern Warfare 2. That's like, that is your day. That is in your schedule.
Plug in your internet from your telephone line.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's before your time.
You get yelled at because your parents couldn't get. I didn't get a single call today.
I can't imagine. Someone was calling me.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, man.
No one was calling you, Mom.
But Modern Warfare 2.
Brenda was calling you. Oh, no.
Yeah, oh, no.
No, seriously, my mom had a friend. This is a tangent, but my mom had a friend named Brenda, and we would joke. We would put on The Sound of Music and finish The Sound of Music, which is 2 VHSs.
Yep.
We would finish The Sound of Music before she was off the phone with Brenda.
That sounds.
How many times was that successful versus not success? Like percentage?
At least twice. Like we've done that. We don't. Okay. Did I say every time? Not every time.
The fact that it was only once.
That's still wild. Yeah, that's still fucking
definitely multiple times.
You watched Sound of Music twice?
We watch Sound of Music all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, all kinds of musicals, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, back in the day when you didn't have any, streaming services or anything, you'd rewatch stuff you owned at home.
No, trust me. The movie I've watched.
You had to rewind. We had literally a standalone rewinder that was faster than the
Dude,
VHS
You just
Oh,
put it
interesting.
next
or the
to it.
VCR. Yeah, so
Wow.
you put it next to it, you put it in there, it'd be like, and it would like destroy the tape. Like you put that in there, you
No,
lose
let's
a
go that
year of your
fast.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like, well, I don't want to wait the extra 2 minutes, so it's
I
like
didn't-
I'm
it
going
didn't even
to take
take
a
that
year
long.
off of that.
Dude,
Yeah.
the movie I watched the most VHS,
Return Jafar. Yeah, me
Nah.
too.
Barney.
Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 it had to be. I would
I
watch
didn't even
that
know
shit,
Toy Story 2 was
rewind it.
on VH. I guess it
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, for sure. It had
I
like
thought it was
Jesse
straight
on the
to-
front of
I
it.
thought it was DVD too,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Dude, I have all like the original Star Wars on VHS.
Yeah, I do
maybe
too.
that'll
That's
be worth
awesome.
something
Got that
someday.
from Sam's
Oh,
Club.
that came in like the box too.
Don't you have it on? What about Beta Track? No.
No better tracks. No, that's
Yeah.
before my time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Anyways,
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern
really
Warfare 2,
good.
fantastic
I don't know.
game.
Yeah,
Great campaign, great
Yeah.
multiplayer. Like how you are with COD 4 is how I am with Modern Warfare 2, where I remember all the maps.
Yep.
I remember the strats.
That's from with COD 2. I remember all the
Yeah.
maps, all the strats.
It's
yeah.
everyone has that COD, man.
Yeah.
You're like, I remember my loadout. I would go this loadout for this
Yeah.
map. I'd sit here.
I think
Get
the
my kill
interesting thing
streaks.
is your intro. I mean, that's all Affinity Ward. That's something to be to know.
Yeah, COD
Yeah,
2
yeah.
is
COD
Infinity
2
War.
is Infinity
Yeah.
War. Now, I think Treyarch did the big red one, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. I
think you're
thought
right.
they
I
did.
think you're right.
Did
but
that
yeah,
in multiplayer as well? The big red.
I would assume.
Or
so.
it was-
that,
it
was,
wasn't
that was
very-
like split
I
screen,
see.
right?
It wasn't very popular.
I see.
It only
Wasn't
had-
that only PS2?
maybe?
I could be wrong.
Maybe. It
I
was-
don't know.
it just-
PS2.
I
It
thought
wasn't very popular. I know that it didn't do
Interesting.
well.
I don't know. Anyway,
All right, I'm
you're
up.
You're up.
Assassin's Creed 2.
That's a good one.
It's a good
I mean,
one.
you talk about a jump from the first game to the second
Yeah, the
game.
first game was terrible, right?
It wasn't terrible
It
because
flopped.
did it flop? I don't think so because they came out with a second. They greenlit
Well, yeah,
a
I mean,
second.
I think people were
So
wanting
the
more.
first game was like it was the premise, like oh, I'm this assassin,
Yeah.
and things like that. That really got people to like it. But like, yeah, if you go back and look at it, the first game's like not very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like not really a story. Altair is like
it's
whatever.
it's a time and place thing in the like. It's the classic. This is the power of the Xbox.
yes, right.
Here you go. It's like no different than like Splinter Cell or Morrowind or whatever.
Exactly.
As a showcase.
And then you get the second one. You get Ezio. You get a far more interesting story, in my opinion. A better location in Italy.
Yeah.
And just the mechanics of the game. It really just
Yeah.
breathed life into the franchise. And I think that's what, sparked everything.
Sure.
So I
Yeah.
think Assassin's Creed 2, like, definitely a standout.
It's a good one. Yeah.
In my opinion, hot take,
Yeah.
quickly turn the game into a reskin of different locations. Same game.
Absolutely.
For Assassin's Creed 2?
Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
Assassin's-
is Assassin's Creed is a washed franchise for sure.
Yeah, it's
In my
just
opinion.
literally.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is
Yeah,
one of the best games ever made.
It's not even that's not even an Assassin's Creed game. It's just
That's
a different game.
Probably why it's one of the
That's
best games ever
exactly. You
made.
just don't like Assassin's
So
Creed.
I
here's
didn't
a
make it to Odyssey.
here's a
because
question
I got
for
tired
you.
of
Me
it.
neither.
Here's a
I
question.
stopped after Revelations.
Can we consider
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood
No.
part of this? Why
wait.
not?
Oh,
How can't
fuck,
you?
yeah.
If you're saying Modern
damn
Warfare
it.
2
Yeah.
counts,
Yeah.
why can the sequel to 2
Yeah, because they had
Because
three,
they had three.
Yeah. Then I would change mine to Brother because I think
I
Brotherhood's
thought
the
you might.
best. The best
I
out of
thought
the
you might. I'm
out of
just,
the series.
just putting it out there. Just a little.
But if you're talking
thought
jump
you
from
might.
well,
if you're
to
talking,
be fair,
if you're talking jump,
the online component in Brotherhood as well was a
which I
huge.
think they ended that now. I think I just read that.
no.
That
Oh,
it's
really?
like officially dead.
We talked about playing that.
Yeah.
But that
Anyway.
that was such a huge.
So do you want me to change this to Brotherhood, or do you
it's
want to
tough.
stick to
It's
2?
tough. I'm gonna stick to 2 just for the.
Really? Wow.
Well, no.
All right.
Brotherhood is better. Brotherhood is better. But if we're talking jump, 1 to 2 is bigger than 2 to Brotherhood.
Yeah, but I actually like the 1 setting more. I actually
Interesting.
like. I like the
Jerusalem,
old.
yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
old school.
I disagree. I think Italy is much more active, much more
Sure.
interesting to me.
I just think it'd be
but
cool to
that's
go
fair.
back and be like, hey, here's a remake of 1. A lot of people thought they were going to remake 1 for like the 15-year anniversary and
yeah.
everything, and then they just.
I will say 1 makes more sense in terms of the overarching story, where it's like all these holy relics and shit
It was
like that.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so good, and they just went off the rails, and then they were just like, "We messed up, and we're just gonna not do this anymore."
Aliens.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, jeez.
All right,
Yeah.
John, you're up.
All right, my number 4 on my list, since Portal was number 3. Portal 2 is number 3 for
Ooh,
me.
damn,
Yeah.
you got one robbed.
Yeah, I got one robbed. Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh,
I didn't even. That's
yeah.
a fantastic one. That's a real
That
game.
is a true sequel.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it improved the game across
Yeah.
the board.
My goodness. Yeah.
Different. I played the shit out of that game. Different weapons. The multiplayer aspect was incredible.
Yep.
Being able to play as the monsters and just always destroy everybody because
Which you technically hadn't won, but it's like here's like 12 other monsters you can be for like different scenarios.
It
and
was
stuff.
also terrible, I think. Right? No one ever played it.
Yeah.
Oh, we played it all the time.
Oh,
I mean,
like
great.
the
That's
one?
my old ass doing that.
Yeah.
The problem with one was once you knew the map,
Yeah.
there are specific places in the map where the monsters you cannot kill people.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
knew
yeah.
the map,
Right.
you just ran through the map, you win.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing anyone can do about it. And
Yeah.
then 2 was like, oh, they're camped in a corner where if they have fire, you lose. Now we're gonna add this monster that like just bum rushes them,
yeah,
or
right.
this guy pulls this guy over the edge, or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And they added a whole
Right.
bunch of stuff, which was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, I played that a lot more than the first one. The first one I still played through the campaign with friends, but the second one was just better graphics, better story.
it was the classic Valve thing of they made the first one. It almost when you go back and play it, it's like, was this like a tech demo?
Yeah, right.
Was this like a
Yeah.
oh, this was like an idea that somebody had. It caught fire, and then they were like, oh, I think it was within a year, if I'm not mistaken. We talked about like where it's like a year later, they're like, okay, here's 2.
Yeah,
this is
right.
the game that you wanted.
It's a true Valve thing because it's like Gary's Mod is the same exact
Yeah.
way. Gary's Mod came from
Right.
Half-Life 2, and it's like, oh, here's this other game that we got from a mod inside of Half-Life 2. So
Yep.
Yeah.
like maybe brought up. I don't know.
That gives me like Portal vibes too.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly,
the first one's just
yeah.
like a demo.
Yep.
And then
they bought it off of some
Here's the
college
actual
students. And, yeah.
campaign in Portal 2.
One neat fact with that was like when you look at that, and I think a lot of games don't even still do this, where it's like Left 4 Dead was specific, where as you're shooting them, like zombies are like dying in like different ways. So like if you shoot them in the leg, they stumble, and they do. It was
Yeah.
like even in one felt that like all these different death animations, like yeah, obviously they were like repeats. It just felt better. There was this level of polish on it that it was like,
Right.
okay, once you went into 2, and it's like, you have a frying pan now. Here's your melee weapon or whatever. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah,
it
and
was
that's-
very cool.
That's a huge addition. Like 1 didn't have melee weapons.
No.
No,
And
just punch
you like
people.
play
You can melee
2.
with your
Yeah.
weapon, right? Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And you play 2 and you're like, you just thought it was always in there because it's like this,
Yeah.
like, you know,
And
obviously.
the thing that gets overlooked a lot was balance,
yeah,
where
when you get bumped.
yeah, but they had this like director that was like, all right, if they wait too long here, we're gonna force them to do this. And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like, and it felt good where you didn't realize just how good it felt until you were playing like kind of. I'm not gonna call it ripoffs because I think it's the same people that made 2, but it was like, oh, here's Back for Blood.
Yeah.
And it's like literally the same game, but
Yep.
they couldn't capture that same
Yeah, Left 4 Dead still
logic
feels
or
better.
magic or whatever it is,
Yeah.
where it's just like it's more, but it's a perfect example of like more isn't necessarily better.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, 2
Totally
feels better
agree.
than Back 4 Blood for sure. All
Yeah.
the time.
100%. Yeah.
Every time.
100%.
Back to Bed looks good, has a lot of good ideas.
Just couldn't get, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just like I think the common theme so far that I'm seeing is like simplicity and just like you know what the game is, and you could like the
Yeah.
beauty is you can play that same. You could have the exact same match over and over and over
It's
again,
still
and you
fun.
still do it, and it's still fun.
Yeah.
And that might be like an age thing where like nowadays, like if my nephew's playing a game, he needs to be like, when's the next season? What's the next
Yeah,
thing?
what's
And I'm
new,
putting
right?
words in his mouth, but like
Sure.
in this age of like your TikToks and things like that,
Yeah.
just like your I know I'm an old fart
now,
or whatever.
Now mentality.
Yeah,
What
it's
have you
like your
done?
Yeah, yeah.
goldfish
For
thing
me
of
For
like,
sure, for
oh,
sure.
cool, yeah, no, I did this, I did the thing once, and we do this with even Sea of Thieves, where it's like
Right.
we did the story mission, now what is there to
Now
do?
what,
And it's just
right.
like
Same old
it's
stuff.
It's a
Yeah.
bad thing of
Yeah, it's the industry.
yeah. It's
But I
sad.
think the thing I noticed too so far is that, you know, the premise of the first game is what gets it there. But then
Yeah.
the second game fully realizes that
Right.
premise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
it's a hey, we're gonna try this idea.
yeah.
Does this idea work?
Yep. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
here's PUBG.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Different
yeah.
studios.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a little dark. But yeah. Anyway, is Fortnite a sequel? No, I'm kidding.
All right, you're up, Ty.
Oh shoot. Yeah. All right.
PUBG
Hold on.
was first, so technically.
True.
I'm dancing
True.
around something that I think you'd have. So I'm going to call out Arkham City.
Yep.
So that is the sequel to Arkham Asylum, which we talk about this all the time. Arkham City was my number one game of all time. So obviously,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little weird. It's a very personal thing, but when you're looking at Arkham Asylum and you're looking at, oh, hey, you're bringing in the voice actors from the animated series, which is arguably the best
Yeah.
show, TV show, at least in the top. And you're taking, Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy, and now you're putting in a really amazing fight system that is like difficult to master, but it makes you feel real good. You have your stealth that's really well done. You have your action that's really well done. You have all of the puzzles to kind of keep you there. Like even once you're done with the game, you can still go around and like still live in the world and still beat people up and have a reason to go back. You have all the different challenges and things like that. And you have all that in Asylum, and then you go into City, and it's like, oh yeah, you had the Joker and like I think Bane and like Poison Ivy and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like Mr. Freeze, Penguin. It's like here's all the other guys that you're
Having
going
to
with.
fight, yeah.
Oh, by the way, like here's you play as Catwoman for a little while, but guess what? It's actually fully fleshed out, and she's awesome, and it's super fun.
It's been a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah, it's just so really well done that it opens it up. It feels good. And I mean, honestly, like Night, which is the third one, they didn't. It was just more of the same. Like that was such a. You were talking about a jump where you go from this enclosed thing, which I thought was great, this kind of like Metroidvania type game, to this open world game. They made it work, but then like where do you go from there? And they never really enhanced it as much as they did from like closed to like boom, City. Here you go. Go nuts.
Yeah, just a huge leap. Probably one of the biggest leaps you can see between the first and second game, I think, because it's I mean, the whole city. It went like you said, it's an asylum, like this boxed in kind of thing. And the first game was good too. Like, I think it did very well and everything like that. But man, just fully realized that second game. So I totally agree.
I think the other thing too is like a lot of the time I harp on gameplay as being like the best. The story was very good as well, and I really struggle to think of a game that is so much fun to play and has such a solid story that propels you forward, and the ending was like mind-blowing, and they could just do so much with the property. I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
It's worth seeing through. If you didn't beat it yet, right?
I haven't yet. No, it's on my list. I'm still doing that. I'm still doing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's really good too.
Doing both of those. So.
Spider-Man's good.
Trying to find time with Splatoon 3, so no. And then we're doing Overwatch 2.
If only it was Splatoon 2, it might have been
the honorable mention is Splatoon 2, but
Three's better.
Splatoon 2 was very good.
Very good.
Three
better.
knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, I see. Well, you can do a what do they call it? A threequel?
Threequel?
Three?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was going to bring up earlier, but yeah. Go ahead.
All right, my turn. Tyler did his favorite game of all time. I'm going to do mine, Mass Effect 2.
Just leaving it for you. Just leaving it on the table.
Yeah, you said that. I was like, all right, I'm going to hit it off the tee. What can I say about this game I haven't already said? Now, here's the thing. It's kind of interesting because there is kind of two camps. Some people like the first game better because it was a more of an RPG, like true RPG in that sense.
Sadist, yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
True, but like you can't argue that the mechanics of the game were just vastly improved to the second one. Like the combat was just better. I mean, if you go back and play the first one, it was clunky. Like the mantling was not good. The running was janky and weird.
Sure.
So I would say the combat's better in the second one. I understand that like they simplify it a lot, which is fair. I don't mind that because I'm not that smart, but purists, I guess, fair. But I think the story was much better. Like they just flesh it out more.
We don't say simplify anymore. By the way, we say it's more accessible.
Negatively,
yeah, it's just more accessible for everybody.
Negatively complicated.
Yeah,
negatively. There we go.
Anyways, Mass Effect 2 is a fantastic game. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I just
another
think,
game that's. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so there it is.
Very good. Very good choice. Very good choice.
Thanks, buddy.
Number 5, and I have some honorable mentions as well. So
yeah.
My number 5. This one is this is more to the point of the. I kind of want to talk about the first one. Destroy All Humans 2.
Oh wow,
That's
dig it in that pocket. I'll put it on the list, I guess.
No, it's not that great.
No, I want to hear this. This is fantastic.
So the first one was really good. Really, really good. It was like it was a console game only.
Yeah.
And then the second one, it was still fun, but it just you mainly played it for the fact you played the first one. So the nostalgia. I'm not really going to do a job of selling it here, but it was a good game. I really liked the first one more than the second one.
Okay, yeah, you're really selling it.
It's as far as like changing things, it didn't really change anything. It's the
Yeah.
same game, just a different story. So
A lot of butt jokes, probing jokes.
yeah,
Sure.
We
So-
did say best sequels, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll change it to
No,
I
I appreciate your nostalgia.
no,
There.
I'll change here, and this is actually, it sort of feeds a little bit off the Arkham City with the open worldness. Just Cause 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
that was,
Okay.
that was really fun. It's mindless. You just
Yeah.
go around, blow shit up,
Yeah.
do missions that
Sure.
you save the world or whatever. So
Yeah.
the little open world you're in, you just go around and kill stuff.
Put it on the
So
list. I don't know how we're doing. I mean, we'll just.
I'd prefer, I think, Just Cause 2 over Destroy Humans 2. So
I mean, you could put.
I
So once we
messed-
start calling this list, I feel like Destroy All Humans is like an easy, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
How
remember
much
that.
do you like that? Is it better than Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah,
Ever hear of that
sure.
game?
well, that's why
Yeah.
it was number 5.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
No, reaching in the bag.
yeah.
No, that's good. All right, we're running short on time. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Actually, the only one I haven't talked about is Gears of War 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
one,
Yeah, yeah.
my main thing with Gears of War 2, I understand. Like, I did not play a lot of the PvP multiplayer
Yeah,
thing. I know that, like, you mentioned how like shotguns were overpowered. It was a whole big thing, which I
Wasn't
thought.
that new though when it came out? Like it wasn't the first one, right? It didn't have it in the first one, really.
I think it had multiplayer in the
Did
first
it?
one.
Did it?
Yeah,
But it wasn't that good though, right?
right. Well, the reason why I like 2, I mean, I actually like the story too, but how many times do we say horde mode
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
game?
yeah, right.
That
Yeah.
was the OG, like, this
started
is
horde
horde
mode, right?
mode.
Just like
It was
this,
literally
yeah.
called that.
Like
So-
Halo 2 starting SWAT, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like there needs to be some sort of like hat tip to that where
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
oh, okay, actually this was a fantastic idea that like not a lot of games, like a lot of games have the waves of enemies, and that's
Sure,
just like
sure.
we've just labeled it horde mode. But horde mode was so much more than that, and we would play like long into the night and have all the different strategies on like, okay, we barricade here and we do this and this is how we like,
Right.
and you like start memorizing the number of waves and things, and it was such a good time that having something that was so like, oh, is the PvP too competitive for you, but you still want to play with like your friends? It's like,
Yeah.
here you go, you can play this for hours.
Yeah,
and
same
have a
idea
good
as like
time.
it probably sparked zombies, right? For the
Sure,
Call of Duty's
yeah.
franchise,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause
Yeah.
That didn't really exist until World at War.
World at War,
which
yeah.
was after Gears 2, I think.
And it
right?
was so simple. It was just like this little like, oh, I don't know, here's like a bonus thing,
Yeah.
and then that was literally like, oh, we're gonna make like its own game at one point. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's a good call out. I prefer 3 because I think they really improved on like even horde mode in 3. I just remember it was like
absolutely.
because
Yeah.
you had like the actual things you can implement into the map, right? Like
Yep.
the barricades and
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, honestly, if you go down that thing, like 5 is
even
incredible. Like, it's really, really good.
As
Yeah.
it should be, right?
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
the 5th in the franchise. Yeah.
you would,
yeah,
you would
for
think.
sure.
I think 5 is actually way better than it has any right to be. Because at some point, there's like look at Call of Duty where it's like, okay, after you put out enough of these, it's like, yeah, all right, like it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah. One thing I thought about too, not to hog up the time, but when we're talking about like Black Ops 2, is that like a
I thought
I
of,
was-
I thought of a
okay?
different one. So.
I was gonna mention it for my brother because that's his favorite Call of Duty.
yeah?
Black Ops 2 is a great game.
technically a 2.
The last
Technically a 2.
last great Call of Duty, I would say.
I would take Black Ops 2 over Modern Warfare 2.
That's blasphemy. That's fucking
Because-
ridiculous.
Because no,
That's insane.
I wouldn't on the normal multiplayer, but if you look
Sure.
at it in terms of a package,
Yeah.
it did a lot of cool things in the campaign. Not everything landed, but it was like, oh, choose your own adventure type of thing, which was neat.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
had zombies, which Black
Yeah.
Ops 2 had one of the best zombie maps still,
Yep.
with like the little train thing or bus thing or whatever.
Transit? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's amazing.
Transit,
Yep, yep.
Where you literally like, oh, you like the first Call of Duty zombie map ever? We just threw that in as like a stop along this massive
Yeah,
zombie
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, oh, you could
Yeah.
play here if you want. I don't know.
Yeah. That's cool.
So that was really cool. And then like the multiplayer was good. Like
Yep.
it was a solid game. So like that's why I personally
Yeah.
I could make the argument that like,
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 would be.
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
What's your 5th?
See, I'm like going back and forth in this. I have a couple honorable mentions. We don't have to put on the
Just
list.
shout them out.
But
That's fun.
I want to honorable mention Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Good one.
Fantastic game.
They remade that.
Yeah. And like
so-
that was another example. Like the first one's like, oh, this is cool. I get to skateboarding game.
Yeah.
And 2 was like, oh no, this is a fantastic game.
Yeah,
And they
sure.
they remade. I guess they remade 1 and 2,
Right. It was all with
but
package deal.
2 was
Yeah.
like the fucking
It was better.
everyone
It
had
was way
2,
better.
dude.
It
Yeah.
was way
Like
better,
2 was
yeah.
like when it really
One
took
didn't
off.
exist.
Exactly. It's like, can you remember anything from 1? No. Everything
No.
you remember from Tony Hawk Pro Skater from a kid
It's
is
from 2.
the second
Coming through
game.
the glass in the main level.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Kingdom Hearts 2 was a great game. I know Dwayne will appreciate that.
Sure.
Shout out. I don't think they did change a lot. Like they had the different forms and stuff, which is like a huge change. But the story was like so much more vast than the second one. It was just another example of like everything just kind of got a quality of life improvement. Just better all around.
I have one.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I have a really honestly.
This is the rapid fire rounds.
This
Darth
should
Vader
honestly
going to be happy.
This should honestly be number in my top 5, and I made a mistake. Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Oh,
that's a good one too.
Because
That's a good one.
talk about being irrelevant and then
Yeah.
becoming relevant.
That's-
Every other game before it,
that might be
Dog
my favorite
shit.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
It's either that
It
or
is.
Battlefield
It's
3.
my
it is my favorite Battlefield. Yeah,
It's really
but
close.
I mean, tell me another Battlefield before that wasn't any good.
Battlefield
Exactly.
2
Yeah.
Nope.
on PC. Yeah, dude, it was like classic.
Actually, come to think of it, I think it was Battlefield 2 that was the one that had like
Yeah.
a stack of discs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
Bad
It was like a
Company.
big. It was like a
Yeah.
red 2 on
Yeah.
the case or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Bad Company 2 though.
Yeah, it
Easily
launched
my
it.
favorite.
Yeah,
1,000
yeah,
hours
for
of
sure.
fun.
great
Easily.
campaign back
Yeah.
when they actually had a campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000 hours of fun easily.
Yep.
And the multiplayer is fantastic too.
And then another one to the GameCube, Pikmin 2.
So give me Pikmin 2.
That's what Tyler was talking about
Play
last week.
Tinykin. If you like Pikmin 2,
I
it's
loved
on
Pikmin.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Tinykin is a fantastic game.
I loved Pikmin, man. It was so cute.
You might actually. I'm not even joking. You might actually like Tinykin.
Okay, you have to text
on
it to
Game
me. I'll
Pass.
forget it. You
Yeah,
have to text it to me.
I will. Are we talking about Battlefront at all? Do we
Battlefront
care
2?
about Battlefront 2?
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. That's another really good
good
one.
So Battlefront 2 is just at top of mind because we were like,
I'm talking in 2005.
AoE 2?
yes,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
the what?
AoE 2?
AoE 2? Age of Empires?
2?
Give you. I never played it.
Yeah, I
so
never played it either.
I was going to go kind of along those same lines. So I'm thinking Battlefront 2.
Yep.
I'm thinking Warcraft 2. I know that's very personal
yeah.
for me. I don't know if you guys
Right.
actually
3
did
was
that.
better than
Yeah.
2, but sure.
2 had ships, and I was thinking that 3 is good, and 3 does the whole like hero thing.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about a pure like RTS like
Yeah.
orcs, humans, you're not no other races,
Right,
no
right,
other
right,
different like oh now
yeah.
you're undead or you're the elves or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like it is very like almost like chess. It's like
Sure.
orcs, humans. You go at it. You have all the different ships and everything. It was
See
it was
who
really
wins,
really
right? Yeah.
cool. So you have that. You have Twisted Metal 2, which I don't think you guys are Twisted Metal
I
fans.
never played it.
Not really.
Twisted
no.
Metal 2, very good.
StarCraft 2?
StarCraft 2 is good. I was never into StarCraft as much.
Okay.
I
That-
like StarCraft,
that
but
is
Warcraft's like my bread and butter. on
Yeah,
that one.
I was a
Yeah.
StarCraft guy.
Yeah.
StarCraft should be on there, but I just never got
should.
into it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
StarCraft
not-
2, like you talk about a leap
Right.
from one.
I'm not good
yeah.
enough at it, but yeah, StarCraft 2 was
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to mention it.
I want to throw out SOCOM 2. There's Spyro. I didn't think Spyro 2 was
Soul
as
Calibur
good
2.
as the first one. Soul Calibur 2 was a
Very
good
good.
one.
Ooh, so that
Tekken 2 was an okay one if you want to go into fighting
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
If you're doing fighting games, it's got to be Street Fighter 2.
Soul Calibur 2
probably. I was never
That's
a
like
Street Fighter
the
guy. But
Street Fighter. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a Street Fighter guy either, but that's just the
We would
history of it.
consider technically that Mario Kart 64 is the second
iteration.
Mario Kart game. Yeah, that would be
Fair.
the sequel. Would be
Yeah.
Mario
Yeah,
Kart 64.
technically.
What about Double Dash since
Yeah.
it's a double
2.
amount of fun.
Ironically, Mario Bros 2
Not good.
not as good. It's okay.
Super Mario 3 is better than Super Mario
Yeah.
2.
Can I put Yoshi's Island on the list as being the Super Mario World 2?
You can. It's not going to win.
It's
but
not
you
going to
can.
win, but can I
Yeah.
just okay?
Sure.
Honorable mention.
Honorable
We're
mention.
just throwing these out there.
A
I'm
Red
just
Dead,
trying to like
Red Dead
list
Redemption
out all these
2.
things. Sure.
Wow, okay.
They
Sure. Brush it off. He brushes
was-
off every
I
time.
was looking at lists. They called Grand Theft Auto 5 a sequel. I was like,
There's
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
sequel to what?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, Grand Theft- but it's the
Anything
fifth one.
past the first
There's
one is still a
also-
sequel, right?
What's
Also,
the
there's like San Andreas and Vice City all before that. And Grand
wasn't
Theft Auto
Vice
3.
City 1? Wasn't
Yeah.
Vice City
No,
1?
Vice City was not one.
No, Grand Theft
They had
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
I don't
was
see. I don't
first.
even know what
Grand Theft Auto is
That was
literally a
fucking-
top-down game.
PlayStation
Yeah.
1, baby.
Jesus.
Grand Theft Auto PlayStation 1.
That's wild.
Vice City came out after 2 and 3.
Luigi's
was-
Mansion 2. Like I'm just trying to think of all the different twos.
Well,
Yeah,
we're not
and
going to get
things,
all of them, but
no, I know.
I ended up pulling up a whole list of it today. and it was-
BioShock
yeah.
2.
BioShock 2 was the DLC was what saved that one, but no.
See, I originally had Infinite on here because I thought we were going any sequel, but
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Honorable mentioned if we're gonna do that, CS:GO.
Yeah, you wanna,
Yeah.
So I asked you about CS:GO because I thought Go was the second one. But apparently, not even close.
The Counter-Strike exists, and then Condition Zero. Those
Yeah.
are both Xbox games, and then like CS 1.2, 0.3, 0.4, all the way to 0.6, and then 1.6 is the most popular of the 1 points.
Yeah.
And then you had Source, and then you had Go in 2012.
Oh my gosh.
So
My
2012,
was
So
like,
it's,
20,
seventh.
yeah, 2012 until
If we ever do a
now.
septuplet list,
Yeah.
that's it right there.
Go is the best game.
Yeah, no,
of the
100%,
CS, of the
100%.
CS,
Yeah. When we do best maps of all time, I mean, it's probably a CS:GO map.
That's going to be
Dust 2.
That'll be a top 5.
That's an original Counter-Strike map.
Yeah, but
1.6.
it counts as throughout all
Sure,
of them.
but
yeah.
it's in
Yeah. But anyways, the game that sparked this whole conversation in the first place was Sly 2, Band of Thieves.
Yeah.
So
I think you're the only one to play that, right? You play Sly 2?
No,
Yeah.
no.
you know,
play
Sly
that.
Cooper. Yeah.
No.
So it's not going to win, but I do wanted to point it out. Like if you do look at the first second game, it is unbelievable. It's very much it's the same thing as Arkham, where the first game, well, not the same thing, but the first game's linear, kind of platformy,
Yeah.
right? And it's supposed to be a stealth game, but the first one's not really stealth because it's like a kind of like a platforming
Right.
game. But the second one is quasi open world, stealth mechanics, all this shit. Like the amount of mechanics they add, it's unbelievable. It's night and day. So.
I've got
I mean, you
two
could-
for you here.
Yeah.
Red Alert 2.
Okay.
Command
That's a good
Conquer
one.
Red Alert
Yeah.
2. Very good game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Conquer Reloaded. Technically
sequels. Yeah, sure.
They remade it, and Conquer
Yep.
Reloaded was
Oh,
awesome. If you were under 12, it was awesome.
one that's actually good is
Uncharted 2.
Okay.
Uncharted 2. Yes,
Uncharted 2 is a
great.
good one. Yeah.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
The
like-
remake for sure.
Time
but-
Crisis.
Well,
Time Crisis 2.
Time Crisis. I love Time Crisis 2.
I just played Time Crisis 5
Dude, there's
at
so
the Dave and
many.
Buster's.
So many
5?
sequels.
I didn't know they made a 5.
My
Yeah.
favorite was 3. Time
My
Crisis
favorite was
3
4.
was.
4 was good. They had 2. They had on a PS2 as well.
Crackdown 2. You ever
Well, I
play
used to
that?
play it at
Crackdown was pretty good.
Wildwood
Crackdown 1.
Highlands.
I never played 2.
Oh, 2 I think was the.
It came out recently.
I could be wrong.
It
Maybe
only came out
Crackdown was
recently.
the better one. I
Crackdown was
forget.
a better one. Crackdown 2
Yeah.
kind of flopped, in my opinion.
Yeah, that might be right.
And just for people who like bad games, Dark Souls 2. I think that's
That's
I tried Dark Souls.
yeah.
It was
What a
terrible.
garbage game.
the worst game.
Yeah,
franchise.
Time Crisis 5. You have 2 pedals, left and right.
Ugh, fuck that.
Very confusing.
Yeah, that seems terrible.
Very confusing. But
All right,
it was fun.
It's sad how much we're missing, but I feel like we got the ones that are near and dear to our hearts.
Absolutely.
Because like, and not to even just kind of throw this out there, but like Pokemon Gold and Silver technically would be.
Is
Yeah,
it gold and
second
silver,
gen,
or
second
is
gen.
it
Gold and
'cause-
silver, it's gold and
yeah,
silver.
Yeah.
I would personally
I played
put that
gold.
above
Yeah. I played
because
gold, yeah.
those are what I started with. But I know
Yeah.
the purists like the red and blue.
I never
and shit.
played Gold and Silver, so I can tell you.
Oh, I
They're
played
very good.
I assume I would. If
I
it's
love
the same,
gold.
Isn't Gold
I
and
was
Silver?
gold guy. My brother got silver. I got gold.
Don't you
gold
play the
guy.
original game?
Got the
in
ho
that?
Yeah, it's the same. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
same
the same
game. It's the
game.
same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same game. It's just for the Game Boy Advance instead of for the Game
Yeah.
Boy. That's all it was.
No.
I mean, I played Red.
Yeah.
Or Red, and then
Well,
I
Gold and
played
Silver
Gold.
were original Game Boy. They were the full cartridges, and then when you went to Leaf Red and
right, but
Blue
they
or
were-
whatever,
They were still advanced. You could still play them in the Advance.
You
though.
could, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I played them out of the Advance.
All right, so I can run down this list real quick. We got about
Well,
5 minutes.
Jack and Daxter 2 is a good,
Okay,
it's a good one
yeah.
too.
Anything else?
Ratchet and Clank and Commando. Yep.
Yeah, it's
I'm done.
like
I'm
those
done.
platformers. Sarge's Heroes too. Okay.
Ratchet and Clank's not a platform.
Sarge's that was a good game. Sarge's
Sarge
Heroes too.
Heroes 2.
So officially on the list, we have Mass Effect 2, Gears of War 2, Modern Warfare 2, Arkham City, Portal 2, Halo 2, Team Fortress 2, Call of Duty 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, or Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood?
Ooh.
No.
I forget. I
It's
think
just
it's just Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I think you're right.
Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Left 4 Dead 2, Just Cause 2, Bad Company 2.
Fook.
Just Cause 2, I think, is a quick.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I dumped
yeah.
it.
I don't think it
It's the
hangs
same-
with the rest of the
Same
group
game.
here.
Don't you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dump it.
I think, given our, out of all of these, I feel good about putting Bad Company 2 on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Top 5.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
something that
Yeah.
you're-
Yeah. You can get it on
Okay.
there. Get it on there. It is good.
I'm trying to.
In my
do some
top
easy-
25, I was really torn between
I almost had it on my top
Battlefield
25.
3
I
and
forgot
Bad Company
about it.
2. While Bad Company 2 is the better game, I just had better experiences with Battlefield
Sure.
3 because that was like the
Yeah.
peak
See, I had better
when I was
experiences
playing
with
my
two.
friend. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's an age thing.
Actually, Oh, what about Titanfall 2?
Nope.
I hate it.
That's fine.
You're the
It's
only
fine.
one that likes Titanfall.
I know. Titanfall 2 is the best shooter ever made. It's fine. Whatever.
Tyler fucking loves
How do we feel about
Titanfall,
Portal 2? I feel like all of us were hot
Yeah,
on
you
that.
Has to
gotta
be on
put it
there.
on
Is that
there.
it?
Has to be
Yeah,
on there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and put Mass Effect 2 on because I don't think you played
that's
that.
fine. I didn't play it, but it's fine.
All right. So just for a heads up, Mass
is
Effect
tough.
2, Portal 2, and
Yeah.
Bad Company 2 all on the list. So that means
Yeah.
we have 2 slots open.
Yeah.
Gears of War 2, I'm fine taking off. Didn't seem
Yeah.
like you guys were super into that. I just wanted to call out the Horde mode. That's
Yep.
good enough.
Yep.
Do we want to have the conversation between Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 2? Not that they both can't be on the list, but then that our list is done. So I just
Yeah.
want to...
Why don't we come back?
Come
what
back to
else
that
is
one,
there?
sure.
One of them has to be on there.
Yep. How do we feel about Arkham City?
Oh fuck. Keep going. Keep
You
going.
didn't
I don't
Yeah,
want to
can
take
we-
it off.
can
I
we
don't want to
pass?
take it off.
Arkham
pass?
City?
You got to say something that I want to
2?
take off.
Team Fortress 2?
We could probably take that off. It was good.
We can take it
It was
off.
very good.
I think so, just because I wasn't in love with it. I would love for us to
I want to
fall
play
in love
it.
with it.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
okay.
love it.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
It's a very good game.
It's a good pick.
Left 4 Dead 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I played a ton of Left 4 Dead 1. I played a lot of 2 as well.
I played
played a
a
lot of
shit
one.
ton of 2.
I play.
Yeah, okay. Is it enough for top 5? Given
If
everything
we
you
have
said?
to have a Call of Duty on there, no.
We don't have to have a Call of Duty on here.
John
We could put Titanfall
disagrees with you.
instead. Oh, we didn't put Call of Duty on? Okay.
I mean, I don't. I mean, if it's my
Well,
choice.
here's the thing: we're split 3 ways because you would do Call of Duty 2, you would do
Correct.
Modern Warfare 2, and
Yep.
I would do Black Ops 2.
Correct.
So how do you
So do we not
We
take
just
one on
to
then?
put nothing on there.
Yeah.
Everyone
to
loses.
stick it to Call of Duty? We say
I
F
think
it.
Arkham City has to be on there.
I think so too.
Personally,
You didn't
really
finish
good.
it,
But
It's
I've
so
played it. It's
really
good.
amazing.
I
Sequel.
can't fight. I have to fight for it considering it's my favorite game. But I also
Yeah.
I want to. I don't want to be overly biased.
no.
I think it makes a
It's-
good case that if you're talking sequels,
Yeah.
I truly don't think there's a better sequel on here than Arkham City, and I'm putting Mass Effect
Well, that's
on
because
that
That's
list.
because Slide 2 is
Portal,
not on
everything.
there.
Yeah, well,
to be
there's a
fair,
reason why it's not even on the list. Okay, so we have one spot open for Modern Warfare 2, Halo 2, Call of Duty 2. I'm gonna say Black Ops 2. I didn't write it down, but I still want to throw it out there.
Mhm.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Left 4 Dead 2, Halo 2.
Halo 2 for me, 100%.
I don't care for
Ooh,
Halo 2.
Fuck.
Just putting that. I was a Halo 3.
See, I'm in the
In
same
Halo
boat.
1.
Yeah, I'm in the
I
same boat.
specifically
Skipped it.
leapfrogged Halo 2.
I missed Halo 2. I was too young.
Oh man.
So for me, if I had to vote, I would vote. Oh, that's so tough. I want to say biasly Assassin's Creed.
I don't
Brotherhood?
think
I don't want
think
that. No.
Assassin's Creed
No,
makes
I think
it.
you take that off
So
immediately.
good.
I think if we're skirting the
Wait,
line,
wait.
of
What?
like-
We didn't put a Call of Duty on there. Then.
we didn't.
Oh,
I
shit.
think one of the Call of Duty, we have to have that conversation.
Okay, you can get rid of Assassin's
Unless-
Creed. Then.
I
You can
played
get
a
Assassin's
shit
Creed.
ton of Black Ops.
Assassin's
2
Creed's close, though,
zombies.
Unless we just do the unthinkable and
Balloon Tower Defense 2.
we. Nah, I never play it. Can't do
It's
it.
Flash game.
Unless we say Left 4 Dead 2 makes it and we just go home. We just shut it down
Well,
right
Left 4
now.
Dead 2 is such a
that
good
seems
game.
like the most Left 4 Dead kind of thing to happen, right? It just beats out Modern Warfare 2.
They literally had a
It's
portal
clearly
level
better.
in Left 4 Dead 2. Like if you
Yeah.
took the gnome and did the whole thing, you literally met Gladys
Yeah.
in Left 4 Dead 2.
Are you going to budge on COD 2?
Is there a world where
You're not
put
going to budge on
Modern
COD 2? If you're not budging on COD 2, then I'm just putting Left 4 Dead on there.
I love Call of Duty 2 so much.
That's fine.
dude.
I don't think we're going to budge on Call of Duty, so I think they all
So there
cancel each other
isn't
out.
a universe where you would say like, okay, Modern Warfare 2. Like we compromise to.
I played a lot of Black Ops 2. The one was the one that we were in college for. Black
Is
Ops
there a
2,
world
right?
where you
Oh,
compromise?
now it goes to
and
me.
play
Holy
Black Ops
shit.
2?
I'll tell you this.
That's what I'm saying.
I rather go Left 4 Dead 2 than Black Ops 2.
Ooh.
I played a
Would
bunch of
you rather do
zombies. I played a bunch of zombies Black Ops. I never played Black Ops 2 online.
Oh.
The online's very good.
Yeah.
I was in college.
See,
at
I
the
didn't
time,
play-
so-
I didn't play
so
zombies.
You both are on the Left 4 Dead 2 train over Black Ops 2 then.
I loved Left 4 Dead 2.
Dude, I feel fine with that.
Yeah.
If
I think
we're
it's-
going to
I
do
think
the
it's
unthinkable,
crazy that Left 4 Dead 2 beats Modern Warfare 2, but if Modern Warfare 2 is not even in the conversation somehow,
so here's the thing. I would fight for Modern Warfare 2 and
Yeah.
I would fight for Black Ops 2. Like I'm this little like,
I think Modern Warfare 2 is
I'm
better than
not,
Black
not
Ops 2.
casting my vote just yet. But
I
if
didn't
we all
play
feel
enough
good though.
I didn't play enough of Modern Warfare 2. That's the problem.
Or we just do Halo 2. Just call it
I cannot in
That
good
sounds like a
conscience
hard
do it.
pass
Yeah.
over here.
Halo 2, I
believe-
specifically
Halo
just could
2's
not.
such a good game. But I just missed the
Sure.
boat. I missed the boat.
Halo
And Nate
3 is
ruined
better.
it for me because he just fucking destroyed me.
Yeah. Well,
Like he was not relenting. It was like I was like 7.
let's put. Tell you what, we're gonna put Left 4 Dead 4 or Left 4
Dead
Left 4
2.
Dead 2. Oh, my brain just stopped.
Yeah,
I was like,
it
I
was
see
not
2
good.
numbers here. What's going on?
You were smelling like burnt
was-
toast.
it was
dude.
bad,
It was
man.
not good.
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna test this list out
'Kay.
because we still have to order this correctly.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2,
Yep.
Left 4 Dead 2,
Yep.
Arkham City, Portal 2, Bad Company 2. It's a good list. Don't get me
It's
wrong.
good,
Like
it's
it's a
good, it's
solid
good,
list, and I
it's
think it's a
good.
good compromise.
It's compromise. It's compromise.
What
you would
is-
rather have Left 4 Dead 2 than any of the Call of Duties?
No, I'd prefer Call of Duty 2, but if I have to choose, it is Left 4 Dead 2.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah,
everyone
I have
has
to pick.
their one
I have to
thing.
pick Left 4 Dead 2 because I played.
I
I never played Call
way
of Duty
more than Call of Duty.
Yeah.
2,
Okay. Left 4 Dead 2. Then that's their 5. That's our
So
5.
that's the whole reason why I wasn't like Modern Warfare Allied Assault or Medal of Honor Allied Assault or whatever.
I
you know.
love that game.
Sure.
Man. Yeah.
It's not Bad Company 2.
yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
was
Does
a
that
late
mean that
edition.
Left 4 Dead 2 is automatically number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we will put that.
Wait.
fifth.
Bad Company 2 made it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
That makes me feel better. There's
That was
a
a late
military
edition.
game
That
on
was a
there.
late
You got a
edition.
shooter on there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that. That was late edition.
That was, I know, right? That
Oh,
wasn't
that
even
is a
on the list.
fantastic
At the
choice.
11th hour.
That was pretty
It's a
good.
fantastic
I meant to say
choice.
this instead.
Okay,
too.
number 4.
Ooh.
You're not gonna like this.
Okay.
You're going to say Portal, aren't you?
I'm gonna
No,
say
it's not.
Mass Effect 2.
No. Arkham. Well,
Explain,
if we're talking
explain to me.
if we're talking sequel, I agree.
That's what I mean. Like
We're talking sequel, yeah.
I can get my head around like Left 4 Dead 2 is like kind of an iteration off of it, almost as much as Mass Effect 2, but everything else is like just better.
In City.
I'm saying Arkham
In all-
City,
in
Portal
all-
2, and
yeah,
Bad Company 2
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
above
yeah.
Mass
We're
Effect
talking
2.
pure sequel in
Yeah.
that respect, for sure. All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Number 3.
Where we at? Who's four and
We have
five?
we have Arkham City, Portal 2, Bad Company 2.
I'd say
Still doing anything.
Bad Company 2.
5 is Left 4 Dead 2. 3 is Mass Effect 2.
Wait, what?
I-
3 is what?
3 is Mass Effect 2.
What's 4?
I'm sorry. 5 is Left 4 Dead 2. 4
Four
is
yeah,
Mass Effect
yeah.
2.
I think.
My body physically can't say.
What are you saying? What are you doing? Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 always has to be in the top 3. Or Mass Effect 2 has to be in the top 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's too many numbers here on
you
my
are
screen
really
right now.
messing every
I
number
need
up.
food.
All
All
right.
right.
I think Bad Company 2 should be number 3. That's my vote.
If we're talking sequels, I can agree with you in that Portal 2 was such a fantastic, specifically sequel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I want to log onto my computer and play Portal 2 over Bad Company 2 right now? No. But when we're talking about the next game,
Right.
Yeah.
I would agree with you that I feel like
That's-
Bad Company 2 would be
That's
okay at 3.
that's where my head's at here.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can rationalize Mass
right.
Effect 2 not being number
Rationalizing it that way, I kind of want to move Mass Effect 2 to 3
over.
over
Bad
Bad
Company
Company
2?
2.
You're not going to see any arguments from me, pal. You got to look over there.
You never played Mass
Convince
Effect
him,
2,
I
right?
never played Mass Effect.
You got to
Yeah.
convince him.
Comment. I loved Battlefield Bad Company 2. Although your point about playing it now, I have zero interest in playing it now because the servers are hackers and it's
Oh my
terrible.
God, yeah,
but it still
yeah.
plays.
Which
But
in
it
the
still plays
heyday,
good. We played it on the
the heyday.
2042, and it
Right.
still played well. Like
Right,
once you put that
right.
rule set
Yeah,
and that
exactly,
physics, it was like,
exactly.
oh no, it wasn't me just getting worse at Battlefield. It was
Battlefield
this game
is
makes you
terrible.
feel like a god
Yeah,
across.
yeah,
I'm sniping
right.
people with RPGs and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
it's
right,
pure
you're right.
fun.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. We'll leave it there for right now.
So we're
Okay.
agreeing that Portal 2 is number 1 then, because you can't put Arkham City at number 1.
Your
Portal-
face. He's
Portal
like,
2.
I thought I was going to get away with it.
I will be completely honest. I'm fine with either.
I-
Portal 2 is very
I would
good. Do
actually-
you truly think Portal 2? Well, you never finished Arkham City, so that's tough.
That's
that's
the problem.
I'm
with him.
obviously super biased.
I would say Arkham City. The
Is
jump
number 1?
from 1 to 2 is like, it's like you said, every aspect of the game. Well, you can say that for Portal 2 as well, but I just think
I was gonna say Portal 2 added like the writing was like Stephen Merchant had just pages and pages and pages of just, hey, this is your line, and then he just kept recording, just kept going. I was just like, okay, let's do it this 12,000 different ways.
yeah.
It was.
Hey, you want to put Portal 2 up there? That's fine.
Oh man.
I'm cool either way.
So here's the thing with this. I actually want Portal 2 to do it because when you're looking at Portal 2, in Portal 1, you had your portals. That's it.
Did you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I thought they'd be introduced that in the second one.
But that's it. Portal 2, you had all the different gels. You had all the different types of gels. You had the story. You had the entirely new multiplayer, which had a whole different aspect. You had the workshop. You had all this extra stuff.
Yep.
Only thing
All right, now start talking about City.
We talked about City, and City is fantastic too. But City was
improvements.
And I hate that I'm trying to diss City now, but more villains, great story.
Yeah.
But you still kept the same thing, and you made it bigger.
Sure.
And bigger is better. But
the Portal did. It kept the same thing and made it bigger, better. It's the same. We're talking about the same thing.
It is, but I would argue Portal. I feel like Portal added more different game mechanics where like Batman, and I know I'm being reductive here, but Batman, it was you have your stealth mode, you have your attack mode. That's it. If anything, like Arkham Knight, where they introduced like the Batmobile, that's something new and whatever.
Right.
You need a couple more gadgets, but you still did the main two things of sneak around, take out as many guys as you can, drop down, fight the rest, move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Portal, again, solve the puzzle, get to the next room. You can reduce anything.
Yeah.
But the different physics and ways of thinking and different things like that.
I think to the multiplayer aspect alone, right? There's no multiplayer in
That's
Batman.
that's the thing.
That's
Is
what
like
gives me the edge
you
there.
you
It's like-
have some challenge modes, but
Right.
you had that in the first one too, so it's not even
right.
Yeah.
But I can play that with a friend.
Well, the story just opens up too.
You can't-
in Portal 2.
It's playing the game differently, where it's like now you're playing together, which is a different way of playing the game versus Batman, where I guess with Gotham Knights coming out, that's the closest thing you're going to get to multiplayer.
Right. It's not going to really
That's
change.
how I would.
The story's
I would
going
justify
to
it.
stay the same.
Hey, I don't care. I mean, this is up to you guys. I can see
think
either
Portal
one.
2 is number one.
I can see either one.
For me, it's number one because of the multiplayer aspect, simply because of
I think that's a very good argument.
the
personally.
ability to do that. I mean, Arkham's not going to give you that because it's not designed that way.
Yeah.
But you're still going to have like in Portal 2, like you can scream at your friend through the glass, "Hey, idiot, over there, over there, over there, over there."
We really do need to play the multiplayer. I feel like that would sway too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you guys need to.
Due to timing, we are going to chisel this in.
Yep.
See how this feels.
Sure.
Left 4 Dead 2 is number 5. Mass Effect 2 is number 4. Bad Company 2 is number 3. Arkham City is number 2. Portal 2 is number 1.
You did it.
I like it.
Well done.
That's it.
Yep.
That's a weird list, but I like the list. I mean,
Yeah,
those are all
it's good.
fantastic games.
Yeah.
Everyone should play them.
Yeah, there's a lot of really, really good choices. I mean, you can have a million iterations of that list,
Right,
and
right.
it would make sense to a lot of people. So, all right, that's all we got. We're late, so
We're late.
Thanks for joining us. Check us out online, couchcompany.games, at Couchco Games
Yep. On Twitter.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give us 5 stars on Spotify. It's a big deal.
we need to get to 10.
Yeah, apparently we have more than 10. I can confirm we have more than 10 listeners.
Yeah.
So everyone that's listening it's specifically on Spotify. So
Yeah.
if you're listening to Spotify, hit the 5-star, please.
Yeah, cool. All right, that's all we got. We'll see you next time, same place.
Thanks for joining, John.
Hey, thanks for having me.
John 2, my sequel. We'll see you next time. Peace.